VOD viewers, word of the day is meat. That is the word of the day. Word of the day is meat.
Was love at first sight and misery after 2 months. Always feeling fucked up either by love or no love. I thought you was married to the single life, she said. I wasn't necessarily looking for happiness, just less pain. I should have said something. You said the only thing wrong with money is you ain't have enough of it. You said you deserve better.
What's up, guys?
And now so do I. Anyways, the best part of us was me. When you got with me, you were a genius. Now without me, you have to live life as an idiot. I don't write songs, I write life, I told you that. And you were only fucking with my feelings because you didn't know your own. I do miss who I thought you were.
Dummy documentary, still in the works. It will be out. So it's not gonna be like a thing that I just like, I'm never gonna mention it again. No, it will be out. And I'm very excited about it. I'm glad you guys are too.
Love me closely, love me like you own me in my heart. I need you to show me, love me closely, love me like you own me in my heart, yeah.
I'm glad you like Shush. I love it too. My favorite song on the whole album, probably Damien. I've started watching on Twitch. Thank you. Hey Rebecca, you're my comfort streamer, by the way. Aw, that means a lot, dude. Yep. Back-to-back streams. And tomorrow. 3 days in a row streaming. That's crazy. Aqua with the gifted sub. I'm gonna let y'all join up. Early stream today, huh? 3 p.m. Hi Tub, your vids help me get through my shifts. Aw, I just started watching my first stream. I'm glad to hear it, dude. I know, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. All right, y'all. Today, we're going to be reacting to some stuff, but specifically I wanted to react to the dark side of VRChat. Anyone play VRChat? You guys know what VRChat is though, right? You guys know what it is. Did anyone have a VRChat phase? Because I did. I was playing VRChat. It was fun at some point. Hello, new to Twitch. Thank you for the bits, this man. Whoa! Nut Geo with the 5 gifted. Nut Geo with the 5 gifted. What? W Nut. W Nut. Wow. All right, y'all. 2 streams in a row. Yesterday was my longest stream, one of my longest streams singularly, without Camp Moist. That was with Red Wizard. If you want to go check that video out, it's on Tubington. I'll show you what dude, if you were there, none of you were there because like it was such a long stream. If you made it throughout the whole thing, you are a soldier. You are actually a soldier if you made it through the whole thing. But it's this one right over here. The unused and cut video game content iceberg. Yeah, video game content iceberg. 5 hours and 50 minutes. MGO with the Prime. Thank you so much. So, if you want to watch it, and I have a co-host. I'm reacting with Red Wizard, so you guys can go watch that. It's finally out. I asked you guys if you wanted it, and then the other iceberg reaction. And oh yeah, your favorite mom 07 with the gifted sub. I see you. Thank you so much. I fell asleep and woke up to the stream ending. Well, now we have it on Tubington, so you can go watch it. But yeah, due to that being such a long stream, I couldn't get regular reactions in. I had to just do one long one. So today, I'm thinking we're gonna do like 2 or 3. Starting off with a VRChat documentary. VRChat. It's called The Dark Side of VRChat. I actually wanted to make a video like this on my main channel, but I never came across, like it just didn't happen. But with you guys here on Twitch, we will go over The Dark Side of VRChat. Oh my god, VRChat. Bruh, are there any people that play VR like but no weird shit? Like y'all just play VRChat just like for fun, like but not being weird about it. Y'all just play for fun. Is there anyone like that here? Yes, no. I used to play VRChat. Actually, that's how I met one of the moderators here, Cake. Back when I used to play in 2023? 2024? One of those years. And then yeah. I don't hop on VRChat at all anymore. At all. My account is abandoned. I don't even know if I remember my login. But wow. Damn, I woke up. I didn't even do my hair. This is just my hair like when I wake up. Whatever. Y'all, do I still look fine though? Anyway. Y'all, stop freaking leaving when I react. Stop right when I click videos, you guys just leave. Stop. I don't know what you guys want me to do to keep you guys here. You want me to just dance for you? Like what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Leave the stream playing. What are you talking about? Anyway. 700 hours on VRChat. Yo. Stop it. I wonder how many out. Can I check? I could check on Steam, huh? I'm not gonna do that right now. It's not 700 hours though. Where's Freddy? Bro, you really think I'm gonna get the Freddy animatronic that quick? They have to ship it. Bro, chill out, bro. But yeah, let me look for the video. So this is a video by a creator named Dara Fogg. It's named The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Truth of VRChat.
That's dealing it.
Let me turn up the audio. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to like dive into VRChat, like the lore or the people on it for so long. All right, before we get into this, what do you guys think we are gonna get into in this documentary? Grooming. VRChat grooming, weirdos in general. Yeah. Is there more to it? Like, oh, there's actually like strippers, right? That like make real life money, right? Something like that. I heard about that on like Instagram reels. Furry community. Oh, age players, maybe that too. Maybe that too. Sorry for the wallpaper jump scare sometimes. Oh, your favorite mom with the sub. Thank you so much. ERP bars, phantom pain, bro. Oh my god. By the way, guys, I got a fan because you know how my room is so hot? Look at this. Yeah, I can turn it up. Do you guys hear it? I think you guys hear it, right? Yeah, you do. Yeah, so that's like worst case scenario, you know, like if it's like that hot. Actually, the reason I'm streaming so early is because it's not that hot today. All right, guys, you guys can start saying hi, YouTube. All right, so this is a video named "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Truth of VRChat" by a creator named Dara Frog. Y'all, content warning.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, I just wanted to know how you're doing. Haven't gotten to hear from you in a while, so I just thought I'd check in on you. Didn't get to see you in like a week or so hope that you're doing better. Once you're free, just give me a call back, okay? Bye-bye.
VRChat is an extensive game full of all different types of people, and with people comes all the baggage they carry.
Yo,
Today I'll go
WVRChat
over
or
the good,
LVRChat?
the bad, and the truly, truly ugly of VRChat. From fun little worlds to hang out with friends in, to people drinking themselves to death. But to keep things lighthearted for now, we'll start with the good.
Bro. Okay. Drinking yourself to death in VRChat. Okay, because obviously they're wearing the... Okay, when I used to play VRChat, it would be the desktop version. I tried the one that nobody liked. I know there was the Quest. That was the one that everyone had. I got the like Steam one. It was really bad. You had to like place sensors in your room. I tried that, bro. Motion sickness day one. Horrible. I don't think I've ever gotten like drunk while playing VRChat though. Wait. If this is gonna be a rare pull. Has anyone gotten drunk while in VRChat in the chat? That's a crazy pull. But yeah, I can keep going. Alright.
This game is a medium, like any other, and with that comes good and bad. The good being very prevalent, because if it wasn't, nobody would play it. When asked what the best thing about VRChat is, 99% of the time, everyone will come up with the same answer.
Making friends.
The best part of VRChat is meeting people, making friends, and being able to create lasting relationships online without ever stepping foot outside of your house. Gods, it's the only reason I play this game.
The most
like, I literally can't get that mad at VRChat. VRChat is the reason I met one of my closer friends, which is now a moderator. I know them IRL, by the way. Like, they were at my like movie premiere and everything. So like, I can't get that mad at VRChat. Though we weren't doing weird stuff, which whatever they're about to get into. Like, we just literally like met on a McDonald's world, and then I was like, all right, we played for a little bit, and I was like, you know what? Just, you seem cool. I can't get that mad at the game, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, bro.
But that's like 10%. Then the rest of the 90% is just like, this game is weird. Or the people on it, I should say.
the thing for me at least is a way to socialize with my friends, meet new people.
Going around and making new friends, hanging out with your existing friends. For someone like me, who only ever sees the light of the sun through my window pane as I'm scared the pollen that exists outside that window will burn me alive, It's great.
No matter how annoying you think you are, or how obscure your sense of humor, or how different you are, there's always going to be people on the internet in this game suitable for your taste of whatever you're into.
I never expected when I started playing this game in 2017, after seeing some funny memes online, I'd still be playing today. It's my modern day Call of Duty. I'm sick of COD now, but VRC
Modern day Call. Wait.
has replaced it as where I go to hang out with friends and talk shit for hours. It's no longer Kino der Toten, it's the pug.
All right. As a Treyarch Zombies player, like, I love Treyarch Zombies. You can never replace the Zombies experience with anything else. There's no other Zombies games, and I love Left 4 Dead, but especially with VRChat, you're telling me you replace Treyarch Zombies with VRChat? That's not a proper replacement. I think what this guy's saying is, like, I grew up. You know, like, I grew up. I don't want to, like, play the classic video games anymore. I'd rather just have a real life simulation online. That's what it seems like. I feel like, and I don't even want to be offensive like that, but I feel like if you have IRL friends, you're not really going on VRChat. Or, wait, hear me out. Maybe you go on VRChat with your IRL friends. That's a rare pull as well. Does anyone do that? Because I've never hit up Brandon and be like, yo, let's hop on VRChat. Like, you know, I'm like, yo, let's go hang out. Let's go to Universal City Walk, you know? I do that. And that, I feel like doing it with your IRLs, that's kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not because I know a lot of VRChat viewers are going to watch this YouTube version. We're going to get into the good, the bad, and ugly. And in case you guys don't know me, I am Mr. Pause.
I mean, not really. I hate the pug, but still, you get the picture. VRChat allows you to just meet people, make new friends, and make those connections. It's a social game. Hang out, play games, explore worlds. It's fun.
I like how his voice lights up his eyes.
I want you to think about how many worlds there are for you to explore, with or without friends. There's so many. Admittedly, it's more fun with friends. There are entire communities set up just for this aspect of the game. World hopping, the adventure team being prime and center, but even I do this on a weekly basis. Go to the new and noteworthy section.
Okay, wait, you know what? I can't, I can't fully shit on VRChat because in that era where I met Cake, my moderator, like, why was I going on VRChat in the first place? You know? I was that lonely. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, put me in the documentary. Like, I'm honest with y'all. I was lonely at one point. It was like I wasn't single, but like I still was mad lonely, even in that relationship that ended. Obviously, that ended. Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I was lonely. I felt like I had no other option, man. I hopped on VRChat. But I actually, damn, man, this fucking fan, hold up. How'd I turn it off? Okay, let me put it over here. But I feel like I can not get away with it, but I feel like I met someone IRL, you know? And maybe a lot of these people did too. But I feel like when I use VRChat, I was lonely, whatever. I met a friend, found out they were local, and then never hopped on it again. So it's like, I got a friend, and then I went back to like IRL, like, you know, I got a mod. Imagine, nah, friend first, obviously, moderator second. I don't know, that's valid? Yeah, that's W friendship, right? That's valid, chat. Is that valid or not? I feel like that's valid. Like, we're dead ass good friends. You like, whatever.
And hop through the worlds that look good, building up a database of all the good worlds. Game worlds, pretty worlds, chill worlds, adventure worlds, worlds where you question what you're doing. Worlds video coming soon. But worlds are truly the backbone of this game. You got the avatars you embody, the friends you make, and the worlds are what make the whole experience. It's the best part of the game.
I don't know if this is just like a bad stereotype or a realistic stereotype, but I just see all these guys as like 40-year-old men right here. Like, I feel like every time it's like this like cute anime girl skin, I feel like there is a 30-year-old right behind it, a 40-year-old. By the way, I was Sonic. For my skin, I was Sonic. Like a Nintendo 64 version of... Oh, no, not Nintendo. But like a polygon Sonic. That was my skin.
There is a huge amount of people in the world who can't go outside without assistance, whether due to physical disabilities or mental.
Good
so
point.
with that, VR allows them access to things we as regular folk take for granted. Conversing with friends, playing games, adventure, all in virtual reality, where you can see people's body language and truly feel a sense of community and connection with others.
Okay, so for context, I used to dance a lot in clubs. There was this one club that we had a collaboration with, and the owner of that club was a dancer as well, but they were actually in a wheelchair, so they could not like use their legs at all, but they were still doing dancing, albeit in half body, so like with some limitations. It seemed like it was something that was really important for them to be able to like do this whole activity of dancing, even though in real life they wouldn't have that opportunity necessarily.
I wish I could talk on it more.
When I played VRChat, the only bad experiences I noticed were a lot of people use VRChat when I would like walk around, just like, because obviously everyone's just talking publicly, but I would like walk around as, you know, Sonic and just like listen to people's convos. The amount of people that trauma dump on that game day one, oh my God, they will tell you the deepest, darkest stuff right when you meet them, you know? So that, I guess that's like the bad experience, but it wasn't even bad. It was just like, it made me be like, whoa. They're always just like, huh, yeah, and that's why my wife left me. Ha! It's like, bro, yo, are you okay, dog? You know? Like,
but I don't know any disabled people. I really don't. But maybe that's the whole point. VR allows these people to just be people. They don't get defined by whatever physical disability they have. Everybody who plays VR gets put in the same box.
They're just
actually people, players. They're rather different boxes. Like you got the furries and then the booth people and the e-boys, and anyways, it's different boxes. But it's your personality that carries you more.
Also, I like how he did this documentary
disabilities you have in person, in real life.
Yo, Nut.
That's really cool.
With the gifted sub, W Nut. I hate you for making me say that. Language learning.
Now, as most of you are American, you are subjected to the reality of being stuck in your small town, only speaking to people who know English your entire life. VR allows you easy access to the rest of the world, unlike any other game. I mean, look at my friend group. It's the most diverse place ever. Even though we do all speak English, there's a lot of people from all around, like Sam, who's British.
Are you here for a ride?
Yeah. My third friend ever on VRChat. I still keep in contact with her.
By the way,
we're still really...
I skimmed through this video essay, and they talk about sex in VRChat. Did you guys know people have sex in VRChat? Like, is this a common thing that people know? Because, yeah, I knew it, but I don't know if, like, the chat knows. Like, people be riding each other, bruh. Like, bruh. Yeah. No, like, it's like in the middle of the documentary, of the video essay. So, yeah, you're forced to keep watching. There was my hook. Haha. But yeah, I'm dead ass.
Good friends, I would say.
Also, they're gonna get into it. But you know there's like, toys, like real human toys that vibrate, that you could put somewhere on your body, you know what I mean? And the other player can like control it and like vibrate it for you. They'd be doing that. But we might get into it, we might not. Why do I know that? I'm telling you. I had a VRChat friend group. One of them became an IRL. But they would like they told me all the lore. Or like not all of that. I bet that was just the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, I'm letting y'all know. I feel like some of y'all knew that though.
She learned an entire language on VRChat, learned Japanese fully, and I would think she speaks it fluently too.
There are massive communities of Spanish, Japanese, Korean,
skins are so
Chinese,
funny.
Russian individuals who play this game. And so communicating with them, you have the opportunity to practice these foreign languages. After all, learning a language is all about immersion.
It's also a good way to practice languages in general. Like, I speak Norwegian natively. I also speak English, of course. But VRChat has also helped me learn German as a third language. There are a lot of people within the community that speaks a whole bunch of different languages, so you always have opportunities just popping up where you can actually practice it a bit more.
I know plenty of people who learn VRChat ASL, basically speak to deaf or mute people, and it's great.
I used to hang out with Korean and Japanese players every day when I was in an Asian time zone. Not so much recently though. It's one of the best things about this game. It's the reason why I stayed playing it in 2018 in the first place. It's
Really?
great. I'm
Like you would willingly go to an Asian like time zone server to hang out with people that speak a different language that you don't understand? Wouldn't that just be like what are you saying? Like you would be like you know that meme with the guy with the question marks? You know, like I get it if you're like, oh, I'm learning. But like if you're just like not learning and you're just there, it's kind of interesting. Kind of all right.
a learning lemon.
I guess.
Lemon learning language.
You know what they say about lemons? When life gives you lemon, you eat limes and do the time. Haha. Right?
Tying into exploration earlier, where you explore the creations of others, you also have the opportunity to create whatever you want. Avatars, worlds. You can make anything you want, so long as you have the imagination for it. You can also make money off of it. How cool is that?
There's a lot of good things that comes from VRChat. Like I said before, friends, hopefully finding some group of people that care about you to a certain extent, learning new skills, 3D modeling, people start DJing, mixing, all that stuff. That's great for them.
There's hundreds of creators making content that allows them to live a life many of them couldn't have imagined a few years ago, from all over the world.
We have a lot of people in our group that like actually are able to make a living off of this game as a result of making assets, models, worlds, etc. I think that's a real.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, no, you're making money off VRChat, yes, but it's like you're making money for being a developer at that point, like an indie developer. Yeah, you're making assets, you're making games, you're making worlds, I should say. You're making character models. Like, I know that there's people out there that make money for stripping in the game, like a private dance. Like some VRChat person will pay a stripper VRChat person to give them a lap dance, and then this guy will PayPal them like $30. That's another thing that I don't know if they're gonna get into, because this is like very like developer-esque money making. I'm talking about like, is there like prostitution, like prostitution in the game, you know?
The cool aspect that this game has enabled.
I know someone who does that.
I say this every video,
There
but
is.
VRChat is a medium like Paint or Line Rider in 2006. You can make anything. You're only limited by your skills and your imagination. Any environment you can imagine, real or not, any avatar of any style, creative freedom. I'm not a good painter. Like, I did a video on painting, and it's like a bat in a cave with the water.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Yo, where you at, bro? Everybody's here, but I don't think anybody mentioned you, so I just thought I'd check in again. Anyways,
What are these voice call like interludes?
miss you. See you soon.
The bad. The bad section is longer than the good section by like more than half. And the ugly. So basically, bad and ugly, obviously we're going to associate that with both being bad. The only good part of we just finished the good part of VRChat. The rest of it is just bad, bro. I'm dead, bro. I'm dead.
Think about this. Why do you play a game? To challenge yourself? To satisfy a certain desire? To pass by the time? In VRChat, it's social. You play VRChat to socialize. But it's like every game. You play League of Legends for 5 seconds, you'll get cussed out. It's bound to happen in VRChat too. You get good people, and you get bad people. But just like anything in life, we focus so much more on the negative, as it sticks out in our minds, than the good, which we forget about very quickly. So here's the bad.
Substance abuse.
If you ever play this game on the weekends, or even the weekdays in the evening.
Oh yeah, they have like
in
bar
the day
games where you can
for
go
some
drink.
people, you'll come across drinking. Lots and lots of drinking.
I think substance abuse is more common in VRChat than anything. Seeing how people can do it from home and feel safe and secure in their own environments, and using that to justify abusing certain substances, aka alcohol.
The worst part of it all is this subtle pressure to join everyone else. From personal experience, I've fallen to this pressure. Everyone around you.
The common way prostitution happens in the game is you go into a private room and it's basically $1 a minute for e-sex. So let's say you guys do it for 30 minutes, then it's $30. If you see people with a Cash App in their bio, they're usually the ones who do it. You just gotta ask. Wow. Also, when it comes to like the alcohol, I understand. I mean, you're in a different world. Like, you're getting hyped up by all these like people that you think you're close with, but you're not. I'm not going undercover, bro. But like, imagine hey, everyone take a shot, and then there's this one guy that wants to show off. Be like, I'm off my 8th shot, you know. And then just like keeps going, and it's alcohol poisoning at home, and like there's no one there to like call 911, you know? Like, damn, bro. I didn't think that deep into it.
Who's drinking all the time, so you should drink too. At least that's the thought process that goes through your head. I did and blacked out. Felt like shit and never did it again. But others don't stop. They keep going. And that leads to a lot of problems.
This game enables drinking. There's no real question about it either. Hopping into like different drinking nights or party worlds or whatever.
I wonder if anyone's
people
died
will be really
on
pushed,
VRChat.
like getting you to drink with them. Like, oh, come take a drink. Come drink with us. You know, come take a shot. For a lot of people, that definitely enables them to do so, which could lead
Do they
to
drink IRL? How does it work? So there are games where there are like, it's a video game, right? And it's like it's a shot. You take a shot. Your character takes a shot. But the rule is, if you take a shot, then do it in real life. You don't have to, but there's like a bunch of adults playing this game. So that's how they do it. They're like, all right, guys, it's shot o'clock. Their character takes a shot, and then they take a shot as well. Maybe their character doesn't have to do it. But yeah, so that's how it is. They have the whole fucking goggles on, and they're like drinking with them. That's it. So everyone just agrees to do it.
really shitty things.
You would see a lot of people drinking every night for continuous days, no breaks, and it's pretty bad.
And I've seen that as well, like people just delving straight up into being alcoholics because of this game.
There is a misconception that because you're at home, it's safer, and that's true to an extent, but you're also distracted, unable to properly assess how drunk or high you are as you're in a virtual space.
I get so
There's nothing to
motion
ground
sickness
yourself
with
with.
this.
How can
I
you
don't know
be
how people do
sure
it.
that what you see is real or not when everything you're looking at is fake anyway? I don't know. I've seen too many people who only get in VR to drink. And I don't mean just one beer to relax and wind down. I mean binge drinking.
6 shots.
So I went to this event. I was there just vibing to music, talking to a friend. Person comes by, started chatting with us, trying to get us to drink. I asked them how their day was, and then they said, oh, it was shitty. Now it's gonna be A-okay. And I was like, oh, why is that? And they said, because I have a thing of Coke with me that I'm gonna do later. The moment he said that, he says, I'll just do it now. And then went to get his whatever thing of Coke and snorted right in front of me. It was a straight shocker.
I had a friend in high school who would drink every day. Vodka, mainly. How do I know this? Well, because I played games with him while he was drinking. He'd always say, hold on, let me get another drink. We were playing 7 Days to Die or something. One day, his liver failed. He was 21. Like, what the... I don't know about harder drugs, but
That reminds me of my
alcohol
brother.
can you up when you do it a lot, consistently. When entering VRChat, it's hard to avoid one glaringly obvious part of it, and that's how
I guess, I don't know if you could use the word sober for me. Like, I definitely only drink on, like, rare occasions, but, like, that's the most. And then I take, like, my personal medication, but other than that, yeah, I don't smoke weed. I don't do, like, drugs like that. So yeah, I just be drinking sometimes. A shot once in a while, I never hurt anybody, you know. A buzzball, I should say. But that's rare, bro. I don't really drink like that.
everything is.
To the surface, everything is very cool. If you join public lobbies,
Dude, right,
you're gonna find...
right. So imagine your liver failing at the age you're supposed to, like you're allowed to start drinking. That's such a fucking... That's so sad, but it's also such an L. Like, yes, it's sad. Like,
It's e-girls, e-boys.
By the way, what is ERP? Is that erotic roleplay? I just guessed it, didn't I?
Full body people sitting in front of mirrors with their lack of clothing on their avatar, trying to look as sexy as possible, and that's how they want to express themselves. But there are other sides of VRChat where it's very wholesome, very chill.
Avatars stripped down to lingerie because sells, and it's easier to rig a bikini than a hoodie. Constant discussions about ERP, PST, and Big PP. Two of those don't really apply, but ERP, erotic roleplay, think phone sex through VR, is real. And it's prevalent
I like the way he
in
made
places,
this video essay.
unfortunately,
like,
that
anybody
really
cool.
and everybody can go to.
I'm okay with it to a certain extent. You know, people can express themselves all they want. I don't really judge, but to do it in public and stuff like that, you gotta like have like no shame. I don't know.
Now, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. I have nothing against the sexualized nature of the game. I'm all for it, but I understand the problem when there is no separation between these adult spaces and, lack for a better term, kid-friendly spaces. The game's 13 plus, which causes an issue when those kids, gain access to places like Shangri-La, where people eat.
This is what I was talking about. None of the avatars are shown. If they were, they would be mostly naked. So like, this is like sex, right? This is e-sex.
RP have e.
Yeah. So she's like riding the other character. Is there like, why is this game not 18 plus though? Like, why is this game 13 plus? Also, does anyone know, do they do like age verification, like ID? Because I know when I used to play, sometimes they ask you like, when were you born? And that's it. That's all the verification they need. Like, do they actually ask for your driver's license? You have to buy VRChat Plus to ID verify. Oh. But still, even then, like, this doesn't stop anyone from, like, a 13-year-old from starting a private room and doing stuff like this, right? Or being invited to a private room by a weird adult, right? Like, this is... that's why it's so problematic. That's why it's so problematic. Huh.
In a public world. Now, the way VRChat approaches ERP and actual content in general is like this. It's allowed if it's not public. For example, a private instance that required an invite to get in, it would be fine because you need an in to get in. A friend's instance or friends plus, it would be okay because you need to be a friend of somebody to get into that instance. You need an in. Even a group plus would be okay because you need to be a part of the group to get in. But a group public, to do it in a public or a group public, is against terms of service. And every time I join a Shangri-La and see trusted users getting away with ERP in a public instance, in a world filled with...
Imagine...
See trusted users getting away with ERP...
Y'all see that on the left? Y'all see that on the left, right? The character riding the other character? Fucking cowgirl. Bro, imagine joining a random lobby. You look to your left and you see two characters fucking cowgirling. Bro, that's the type of stuff that like I don't even want to play anymore, bruh. Like I don't even want to play anymore.
ERP in a public instance in a world filled with obvious
Is that a vibrator? That is.
toys, I wonder, why hasn't VRChat done anything about it? Not that I care much, but others certainly would. I presume VRChat wouldn't want that part of the game to be prominent, yet it is. I don't know.
It starts on
I'm
Roblox.
curious what other
I wouldn't
people
doubt
think.
it.
When it comes
I
to
heard a lot about
avatars,
Roblox too.
there's further questions. I don't know what's okay when it comes to how sexual an avatar can be. I've seen avatars walking around where you can clearly see the nipples. For YouTube, absolutely a no-go. No questions asked. Nobody wants to risk it. I'm okay with it. It's annoying when I need to film stuff, but outside of filming, who cares? It doesn't bother me. It's a form of personal expression. But once again, what about when you're in a public black cat and there's obvious 13, 14-year-olds running around you? Is it okay then? VRChat's...
Okay, so here's the thing though. With Roblox, like on Roblox. Okay, guys, you guys let me know. I know I'm Unk right now. On Roblox, can you create your own assets like for character customization? Can you create your own shirt? Can you create your own hat on Roblox? Let me know. Yes. Okay, so what if someone creates a shirt on Roblox that is like female boobs with nipples? Is there a verification process? Is there like the Roblox team? Are they like, do they like check it or it gets banned? Okay. So at least Roblox has some level of moderation, right? If they see like uncensored boobs, right? And Roblox is like what? Let's just say 13 plus, or is it just like age 0, whatever? I don't know. But the thing is about VRChat, you can also do the same about like showing titties with the nipples, but you don't get banned, and a random 13-year-old can join that lobby. That's the difference. Like, it's like VRChat doesn't put a stop to it, so at that point, why not make the game 18 plus? Roblox is 5 plus? Jesus. At least, like, that's what I'm saying. I know both of them have predators on them, I'm aware, but like, the fault should be on the parents. I agree. I'll always agree on that. But I'm saying, like, you could also do more as a game company. You could.
Obvious response would then be, well, you click the not safe for work button when you upload an avatar and it'll block it for them. But it doesn't. All of them are lying about their age anyways, so...
At least for like the people that I hang around with, which is like mostly adult people, it isn't really an issue with us. But I guess for the younger audience, it could really skew their expectations when it comes to both like content, body shapes, appearances, etc. So that in itself could, of course, be like viewed as a problem when you view this in the eyes of somebody who is younger. But I think from a more quote-unquote grown-up perspective, I don't really think it's that big of an issue. Like the overrealization.
Mental health.
VR is ultimately a game that allows people from all walks of life to socialize without leaving their homes. So of course, that's including plenty of people with mental issues.
So in a very like generalizative like term, yes, it does attract people with like a lot of mental illnesses. As to whether it's bad or worse than compared to IRL activities, that is something that can be like up for discussion as well. I think that the reason that kind of happens is because a lot of these people who struggle with depression, social anxiety, this game is a way for them to get that social interaction they possibly can't get in real life.
I feel like VRChat can be a good, like if you have severe anxiety, I feel like VRChat can be a good stepping stone. I really do feel like, of course, in the right servers, but that's why I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. I feel like if you have severe anxiety, I think VRChat could be a good way to just start talking a little bit, hearing how people interact with others, the normal people. I think that's something. That's something.
Because of their mental illnesses.
Maybe they just aren't fully adjusted to society or extremely socially awkward, leading to misunderstandings.
I mean, everyone has their own things, but VRChat people like to, how would you say, over dramatize their mental issues and kind of just base their whole personality or online persona with their mental issues. And to me, that's
what I'm talking about,
that's
trauma
not
dumping.
okay. And there's actual people out there that's dealing it worse than you, and you're
I feel
over
like
here complaining
they have, like,
about your mental illness, but
they have like trauma dump wars. They'll be like, well, I went through this. That's not that bad. I went through this.
in any way.
Having a mental illness isn't a problem in of itself. Many are just normal, benign things. Take medication to deal with it. Have friends that can understand you and support you. But there's plenty of people who genuinely have things wrong with them and refuse to deal with it properly. This isn't a VRChat issue. It's an internet issue, a world issue. With the screen separating you, it's hard to find those red flags of a person being not all there. And that can lead to some scary situations.
Journals of VRChat? Wait, what?
Several years ago, I made a particular friend on VRChat. She was a big
Extrovert. Always had crowds of people around her. Always had something going on. As she lived halfway across the world, we weren't super close, but even so, we'd hang out and talk a bunch. Christmas was coming up, and in our talk, she'd mentioned that she met someone new. She really liked him. She liked to dance and drink, and this person was also a dancer and a drinker.
Wait,
I was a bit
IRL or VRChat? Hold on, I was making-
Christmas was coming up, and in our talk, she'd mentioned that she always had something going on. As she lived halfway across the world, we weren't super close, but even so, we'd hang out and talk a bunch. Christmas was coming up, and in our talk, she'd mentioned that she met someone new. She really liked him.
I'm gonna guess
She
through
liked to dance and
VRChat?
drink, and this person was also a dancer and a drinker. I was a bit skeptical about him, but we weren't extremely close, and I trusted her judgment. Within a month or so of them starting their VRC relationship,
VR.
she told me she decided to fly to America to spend Christmas with this guy. It turned out to be a massive mistake. A few nights later, at 2 a.m., she messages me on Discord. She was frantic and scared and didn't know what to do. She was foreign, so she didn't know anyone to help on this side of the planet except for me. She told me the guy she went to meet was very unstable. He'd always walk around with a handgun and kept her locked in his house while he went to work. He'd even made lots of threats of self-harm if she didn't give him the attention and affection he wanted. She was scared for her life. I told her I'd help. I ended up hopping in my car and driving 5 hours to pick her up. It was a little scary pulling up to this stranger's house, knowing full well they were
Dude,
armed and
what?
unstable.
W
He kept the door
friend.
locked in a
What
way
the
you could only
frick?
unlock it with a key, even from the inside. She snuck into his room while he was asleep and got the keys, unlocked the front door and escaped. We drove 5 hours back and she spent Christmas with my family. The next morning, she got on the first flight she could back to the other side of the world where she lived.
Oh my god.
I'll never forget
that Christmas.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that is a horrifying story. That's like, oh, dude. Oh, dude. Like, this is like further proving the point of never meet someone you meet online. But still, like, I know a lot of us do it. Yes, me guilty. Like I said, that's how I met one of my good friends. But Jesus Christ, it's just. Because, like, as much as I wanted to be like, well, that's why you don't meet up with people in VRChat. First of all, that's a little bit ignorant because, yes, you can meet real humans. Like, I did, but oh my God. I feel like if it's that big of a move, like, across the world, you really got to know this person. This got to be like, you've been FaceTiming them for 5 years. You know, like you got, like, there's got to be some level of, like, something, you know? Because apparently they were only talking for a little bit. That's how we met. We did not meet through fucking VRChat, bro. Oh my God.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's me again. I thought I'd ask the others to see if they heard from me, but they didn't say anything, so I just wanted to make sure that you're doing okay.
What are these interludes? Are they leading up to something? Like, Do you think these are the voice calls to someone that passed away? Theory time. I don't know. Like, this guy seems like a good director, and at the end he reveals that I'm going. What if I'm right though? But these seem like voicemails to someone that is no longer online. You know, every interlude seems like a voicemail of somebody like, "Yo, I miss you." Like, where have you been?
Call me when you can.
Honestly, there is too much drama in this game.
There's a lot of drama.
God's recently someone in our friend group left the server and then said the reason she left was because nobody asked why she left. That's a mind.
Sometimes you don't even ask for it and the drama comes to you somehow, even though you try to.
I feel like VRChat drama is almost like just like high school. It's just high school drama. Facts or no facts? That's facts. I feel like, imagine graduating high school to go into your room, put on a VRChat headset, and go back to high school.
Stay as far away from it as possible.
But the drama never ends. You go to any public world and there's a 50% chance to find it as ever-present drama. First world I joined looking for it, and I found this.
His friend came up to me, like, mocking me for, like, myself. And my whole thing is like, I just, like, sent him, like, all the pictures he had sent to me, like, all of his pics and, like, I love you messages, and I sent him his whole family.
Casually talking about doxing and a bad ex in a public world.
Pictures he had sent to me, like, all of his pics and, like, I love you messages, and I sent him his whole family, his addresses.
You just sing.
You sent his whole family his dick pics? Is that what I heard? One more time.
Myself and my whole thing is like, I just, like, sent him, like, all the pictures he had sent to me, like, all of his pics and, like, I love you messages, and I sent him his whole family, his address.
Bro, nuke the generation. Oh my god. Bro. Yeah. Oh my, I can't even, like, I'm just so annoyed. Dude. I just, the concept of, like, you want to get back at someone, but that's so much energy. I always felt like, and this is what I say in my Reddit videos, just block. You don't F with someone, block them. Like, I feel like it's so extra to be like, all the I love you texts that I screenshotted, all his dick pics, I sent them to his family, and I sent his address to his, like, to other people, whatever they said. Like, that is so much energy. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, never beef with someone with no life. They have all the energy in the world, and they can put it towards messing with your life. Nah, hell nah.
You just sink into this never-ending pit of drama.
That's
so
cool.
there
That
was
he's in
this
quicksand.
one club that I used to be pretty active in at the time. We were like a pretty big dance club. The owner decided that we were way past due an upgrade to the map. They hired a person to create a map for them. The owner created a crowdfunder to like start funding this like through the community. Like, oh, everybody, let's gather money. The alleged price for it was $2,000. A month or two goes by, and bam, we end up with a new world. Was it good? No, it's absolute utter dog shit. A couple of months go by, and some things kind of came to the surface, and a huge circle of drama started happening where people had found out that the owner actually pocketed the majority of the sum that was like raised through the crowdfunder. I think it was about $1,500 was just going straight into his pockets, while the actual cost of the world was like around $500. Interestingly enough, the owner was also found to be a file, because they had interacted with somebody that was like 14 years old or something. So that kind of just happened, and the whole club imploded.
It really feels like everywhere you go, there's so much drama. Oh no.
Journals of VR. Okay, another story.
I made a NeverMet account as a joke with one of my friends.
In the process of using
Wait,
the
I
app,
made a what account?
I made a NeverMet account as a joke.
Anyone know what NeverMet is? What is a NeverMet? A NeverMet account. What is that? Anyone know? Come on, someone's got to know in the chat. We're not continuing the story until someone tells me. I think it's a VRChat dating site. VR Tinder. Thank you so much. Let's continue.
I made a never met account as a joke with one of my
friends. In the process of using the app, I did find a small group of people who I thought were chill, since we all played Valorant. I didn't want to hang out with these people on VRChat. I was only interested in playing other video games with them. I added one of the group members on there to play Valorant, and for whatever reason, she became captivated with me. I didn't think much of it, since she was always in her own Discord server surrounded by simps. Her and I got to know each other, and over time we grew closer.
Welcome to
I learned many questionable things about her. I didn't think much of it, since she was always in her own Discord server surrounded by simps. Her and I got to know each other, and over time we grew closer. I learned many questionable things about her, like her not believing in medication. I, for whatever reason, was blind to the red flag.
If someone says they don't believe in medication, you drop them. Oh my god, bro. I don't care if you're the woman of my dreams. If you talking about, nah, I don't need medication for this mental illness, man, we don't need medication. Everyone needs help, and you should not shy away from asking for help, okay?
And made the mistake of entering into a relationship with her, even after learning that she had an OnlyFans account, which led to me having my doubts on if this was right for me.
Okay, maybe slightly different topic, but the way he said it was like, even if she had a OF account. I personally, I don't know if I've said this before. I used to talk to my friends about this because it's a big topic, talking to your like guy friends as a guy, being like, would you date a girl with an OnlyFans account? The way I always have seen it is I would date a woman with an OnlyFans account if I knew about it going into it. If she's like already an OF model and I'm aware, I know what I'm getting into, I'm like, okay, yeah, we could date. But imagine if it's your girlfriend, y'all just private, and then she's like, oh, babe, by the way, I'm going to start an OnlyFans now. Whoa. That's different. If I'm aware she's already an OF model, dude, I'm going, that's my life. But it's different when it's like, when it didn't start that way. Nah. I wouldn't F with that at all.
Eventually, she convinced me to help her record and produce ERP OnlyFans content with her, even though she only had half-body tracking, which...
Is this like iDubbbz, but VR? Remember how iDubbbz had to take pictures of his... Well, I don't know if it was actually true, but the rumor was that iDubbbz had to take pictures of his girlfriend for the OnlyFans.
You can imagine was rather awkward. Later down the line, she started pushing me to pole dance for her in VR, which I wasn't comfortable with doing, so I refused. Even though I turned her down, her requests began to become even more demanding and discomforting. She had a thing for blood, and would ask me to send her a vial of mine every day, and other times would ask me to send her a vial of semen. Of course, I never followed through with any of those demands, and
Yeah, no, really quickly, can you just mail me a bottle of your nut? What? No, that's crazy. Actually. Like, what? Bro.
Would tell her no, but she never gave up asking. With all these red flags, I still remained in a relationship with her. Months later, I started college and had less free time since I was busy with life. I was unable to provide her with the company and the attention that she wanted. She then cheated on me, and that was that. Now
I'm not laughing at you, big dog. I'm not laughing at you, but getting cheated on has to fucking suck, bruh. That has to fucking suck, bro. That sucks, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Trust issues, smiley face. What a story. Everywhere on the internet, there is the potential for really people to do really things. And VRChat is no different. No matter how hard the VRChat team tries, you can't get rid of the bad completely. But some things get even worse. And that's the ugly.
Well, what I expected to be talked about right at the beginning.
This game is full of children. It's rated 13 plus, so you get a large amount of kids running around, inevitably interacting with the adults who also play this game. Usually, that's fine, because it ends up with situations like this.
Whether in a second you just turn into like a grown-up man.
Why is there a book in my hand?
All right, forget it. I'm pulling out the bazooka. Nobody move.
It's like when you play Call of Duty. You don't think much about the people you play with. In fact, you probably want them to be kids, because then they'll play worse on average, boosting your KDR and ego at the same time. But VRChat is a social game built on interactions and conversations. And when kids and adults mix, and some of the—
Wait. Someone in the chat said, my ex nutted in a Dr. Pepper bottle and wanted me to drink it. He even got my favorite strawberry cream Dr. Pepper. Bro, what?
Tactical nuke incoming!
Well, I'm glad in the sentence you say your ex. Dude, what are these fantasies, bro? Also, like, even if... No, and like, I'm not, I guess, kink shaming, but that's the type of thing, like, you both agree on. And also, you both don't tell anybody, because it's probably weird to talk about out loud. Can we agree on that? Like, keep it private. Maybe just keep it private. Not you, like, viewer. I know, like, you're just talking about your past traumatic experience. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about, like, if you're both consenting adults, yeah, do it, but keep it private. Maybe we don't want to hear about that. Again, not you, viewer. I don't want it to seem like I'm flaming you specifically.
those adults have unsavory desires and end goals, you get horrible things happening.
There was this one group.
Dude, I'm so sorry. You got assaulted. Bad thing too, he's done it before and I drank it without knowing it. He told me afterward, dude. Yo, what's your name? Dude, whatever. Like, I'm not even going to read out loud for the YouTube viewers, but still, you got assaulted and I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, actually. I hope you're good now. Oh my God, that's traumatic. And fuck that dude. That's out.
In VRChat, which consisted of a lot of what I call like OG members of VRChat, which is like people who started like playing back in 2018, 2019 or whatever. Somebody did like a whole undercover thing where they pretended to be a 14-year-old girl and like knowingly told the owner of this group that they were 14 years old. But they're like, oh yeah, well, like I want to meet up with you and like teach you how to be a woman. So pretty clearly like trying to groom them. There's like this whole 1 hour long video of them exposing them pretty much that they were like trying to get into their pants. There is a lot of in this game, especially when it comes to that aspect of like and minors.
I have personally seen some of these horrible people, unapologetic, who, in my opinion, deserve either life in prison or death. The most notorious person is a guy named Tech Gangster.
I have came across one well-known pedo in the VRChat community. His name was Tech Gangster. Been banned multiple times. Everyone knows his name. If you don't know his name, now you do. But he is very, very open about him talking to, I would say, underage girls and all that stuff.
I've seen him in random publics like 3 times total, and every time he's around 1 to 3, usually underage girls. It's disgusting. He gets banned.
L name, by the way, not for real. Tech, like what sounds cool? Tech Gangster. like what, bruh?
Free time on every account, and yet he's consistently still playing.
And there's also things you hear in public lobbies, things like that, where it's kind of hinted at, where, you know, sometimes people don't care about the age gap, and it's weird.
Moving on, though, there is this subtle pressure as well to younger individuals to lie about their age. Catfish. I know several people who did just that, usually 17, 16 at the youngest, but they claimed they were 21 or something similar, and nobody questioned them, because God knows most of the 20-something-year-olds in this game act like teenagers anyway. They wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The problem is when ERP is initiated. Then whose fault is it? The 17-year-old who lied about their age? The older one who didn't question the age of the younger one?
Yeah,
I think
I mean, it would be the older person's fault. Like, I feel like if I'm in this world of VRChat, I hate that I'm using this as an example, but here, I'll put myself in their shoes. I'm a 24-year-old man. I see someone that I like, that their bio says 21. I would still be like, ID. I'm not like, they send me your ID through Discord, bruh, and your face next to it. Like if we want to continue this, we got to verify. So yeah, I would say it is the adult's fault. I don't think anyone would be like, well, the kid had like something to do with, dude, the kid's being a kid. The kid is a kid. Oh, an immature response from an immature kid. It's the adult that is holding the responsibility in this situation.
They're all at fault. The whole situation is disgusting, but it's not like they're irredeemable.
No, I don't think they're all at fault. I think it is the adult. I know the creator just said they're all at fault, right? Like the kid involved as well.
Older one who didn't question, initiated. Then whose fault is it? The 17-year-olds? The problem is when ERP is initiated. Then whose fault is it? The 17-year-old who lied about their age? The older one who didn't question the age of the younger one? I think they're all at fault. The whole situation.
No, I don't think they're all at fault. I think this is where me and the creator hard disagree. It's the adult. Like, the adult is always going to be the one that's at fault because you have more of a mental capacity, maturity, legality. You are mature enough, you should be, to check. To be like, yo, hey, real quick, send me a picture of your face with your ID, and then we can continue talking. I don't like that the creator said that everyone's at fault, because you're blaming the kid too. That's I don't know. It is an issue with the 16, 17-year-old, but the adult can take plenty of routes. Yeah, like, I don't know, because then some people could be like, but what about with you're a legal adult in some states where you're 16 or you're 17? Even then, if you know that it's like wishy-washy in some states, you're still gotta ask for that age, bruh. Like that ID, I should say, the ID. Like, it will always be land on the adult. I don't like that the creator, and the creator's making a good documentary, let's keep that clear. I just hard disagree with him saying that it's the child and the adult's fault. I do not agree with that. I think it is only the adult's fault. I think it's really fricked up that I don't want to drag it. You know where my stance is on that.
It's disgusting, but it's not like they're irredeemable. They're not exactly. They were lied to. The absolute disgusting human beings who know someone is underage and still try to initiate acts deserve death. Is it VRChat's fault though? No, it's just a platform. It happened in RuneScape. It happens in Fortnite. It's not VRChat at fault. It's just frustrating that we can't do anything.
It's pedos on platforms.
Except report these people, and they can just bypass everything by making a new account anyway. It's frustrating. I don't know.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey. Just wanted to hear your voice. It's been a while now, so. Alright.
Is this leading up to someone's death, man? Chronic VR addiction.
You know, what is reality, really? I mean, think about it. I don't want this to be some weird metaphysical thing, but what is reality itself? Is there a world out there? Is there a future out there where virtual reality, VR, gets so good that we can't tell the difference between real life and virtual life? I don't know.
The background music sounds like something from the Walking Dead Telltale games. I don't know if he used that soundtrack, but I think that's the game I'm thinking about. Is it that or is it? No, The Last of Us. It sounds like it's from The Last of Us. That's what it is.
You know?
But I don't know if it is.
Life
it's the
sucks
guitar.
For a lot of people. It's full of horrible things. Death, depression, taxes. They're all on the same level. And VR allows a lot of people to escape it. They get in and they can, at least for the duration, they keep the headset on, live a different life. be a different person, cuddle in piles of anime women that are actually 30-something-year-old men. But there are people who take it too far.
I think in healthy amounts, this game can be a good way to just kind of either practice socializing or just socializing in and of itself when you don't really have the opportunity. But then, of course, on the other side of the spectrum, you have those people who straight up live in this game. And when I say live, they don't take the headset off. Like, they eat in this game, they sleep in this game, they play games in this game.
Bro,
they don't.
How do you sleep in the VR headset, though? Like, I feel like it's so uncomfortable. Has anyone actually... Okay, be honest in the chat. Has anyone slept at least one night or took a nap with a VRChat headset? Like, is that even comfortable? Like... No. I almost felt... Yes. How do you do it? Because I feel like you could only sleep looking up. I don't think you could like do on like sleep on the side. I think you have to like sleep looking up.
Want to get out of VR. Some don't have to. Maybe they inherited $1 billion from their oil magnate grandfather and never have to work a day on their lives. But most aren't like that. Living in government housing while relying on disability payments, spending every waking second in VRChat, it's debilitating. It's an addiction they can't break.
You can barely move your head and it feels heavy. Some people manage to ignore that sensation once they get used to it.
I definitely have some friends on here who has 10K plus hours on VRChat. Not to say that they're chronic, but like, you know, they like to go on the game and just AFK there. But there are chronic VR chatters where this is basically their second life. They wake up, go to work, come back home, and then plop the headset on, live their second life.
10,000. He said he knows people that have 10,000 hours. That's 416 days on VRChat. What the fuck?
Goes to sleep in VR, all that stuff. Kind of just ignore real life responsibilities. Use this as a escape, which is okay, but to a certain extent, you gotta face reality.
I know a friend of mine from Saudi Arabia, I think. They have
days streaming.
7,000 hours in the game. I think that amounts to...
I don't even think I have that much content worth of me on the internet.
3 years or something. They straight up just live in this game.
Like anything that releases dopamine, it can become addictive. VR can be nice. During the pandemic, I racked up close to 8 hours a day in VR. But since we couldn't go out much anyways, it didn't matter. Spending a long day at work and then returning home to relax in VR with friends, that's cool. Helpful even. Lets you relax, chill. The issue is when spending every day in VR results in a gateway to everything else I talked about. Drinking, drama, dysphoria. Not just dysphoria about your body, but your life, reality.
I think this is worse because now, instead of just talking to a chat box, now you're actually becoming that character that you made, acting them out physically and talking to them with your own voice or whatever you use to communicate. It's the internet. You can be whoever you want to be, right? So you can literally just be another person on this game.
Another thing to consider is that the sheer amount of people turning to VR as a getaway, an escape, spending all their time in VR to the level of it being a detriment to their real lives, will only get greater, more numerous. As VR tech and everything around it gets better. The companies who make VR, like Meta, don't care about the people ruining.
Imagine if VRChat had a mandatory thing where you have to take a selfie in the moment, and then that is displayed right next to your avatar, like a floating head right here of your PNG, your real life PNG face, or your real life face as a PNG. Imagine how many 30-year-old men, and then it's just like an anime girl. Bro, hey, VRChat, I got y'all with that idea. Y'all
Ending their lives through addiction, using it. The more screen time, the more money they make. We are the only ones who get shafted. In a way, I do want that reality to come to fruition. Where
Can
VR...
someone make a skin of me? And then at the side put a real life, like my most fine selfie, the one I posted on Instagram, and then put like, this is me IRL next on my avatar, or a shirt that says like, this is me by the way.
VR becomes so real, you can't separate it from reality itself.
right, another story. I like this video. I just didn't like
I
his
remember
take.
my friend telling me he met someone new that he wanted to introduce
Me to her. I met her officially at the Midnight Rooftop World, and we instantly clicked. She spent a lot of time worrying about others, making sure everyone was okay, just long enough to distract herself from her own problems. I felt I could relate. It started as a joke, calling her mom. We thought it was cringe and funny, but as time passed, it started becoming more sincere. Before we knew it, we had grown into a VR family. I had a mom, a dad, a grandma, and several uncles. At first, we just did fun things in VR, like pretending to go on family trips. We hopped to different VRChat worlds for movie nights, water park field trips, camping, and lots of picnics. Everyone was always so supportive and caring. Whenever the nights were difficult, I always had someone to turn to.
I cringe, yes, but I understand that some people grew up without families, without functional families, and I feel like this is therapeutic. I'm trying to see the bright side of it. I know I cringe, but like, it's just, no matter what, bro, I feel like there will always be some light of positivity in VRChat, like something good, but I feel like it's such a light that can dim so quick, and that's probably what the story is going to turn into.
And hang out with. Our relationships evolved to playing games outside of VRChat, then to real life things like video calling, to do housework, cooking, working out, and eventually meeting up in real life. It all eventually came to an end. My VR mom and dad broke up. It was a fast decline in her mental health. I could tell she was trying to put on a brave face for everyone. She stopped showing up in public places, left every Discord server. If she got on VRChat at all, it would be only on her alt account. I got a call in the middle of the night from one of my VR uncles asking me to join our group chat call. She was in the group call and she was bawling and talking about how she couldn't live anymore, venting about everything that was happening in her life. She then left the call for about an hour. It was the longest hour of my life. We waited in the call, messaging her to come back, anything that would keep her talking. Once she joined back, her voice seemed to have completely shifted. She was no longer crying, and her voice was calm and monotone. I remember vividly the pain she was trying to suppress. From there on, the call was never empty. Every day, every night, we would take turns staying with her. I played day and night, learned all the songs she wanted.
But that's so, guys, there's a word for that, you know, like, that's so, like, you know how when, this is exactly it, except this was a VR chat, we'll just say friends, right? When you have a friend that's like, I'm not saying this is that situation, I'm talking about different situation from the video, okay? When you have a friend that's like, I'm gonna end it, so like you're in that call and you're like, no, please don't end it. But I feel like, and that does something to you. Emotional blackmail, is that the word? Is that the actual proper thing? It's, I don't know about attention seeking, maybe sometimes it's real, but I feel like it's so undeserved for like the people around you. Like it's like that person needs to get actual professional help, or like, you know what I mean? Like it's baggage. I don't know the word, because if I use the wrong word, they'll get mad at me in the comments. But you know what I mean? Like someone using that over you, like, I might end it tonight, and then you're like scared in the call, like, oh my god, is blank gonna end it? Like, bro, hey, join back, you know? Like, that's so messed up, bro. But again, I get sometimes people don't mean to do it. I don't know if it's manipulation every single time, but you know what I mean. I don't know the words to it.
To hear and play them for hours while talking about anything that came to mind. I stopped going to university so that I could stay close to her.
You see that? You see that? I stopped going to university so I could stay close to her. Like, that's fricked up. And yes, like, I feel like obviously this person could have been like, you know what? Frick this. I don't care anymore. But with the emotional baggage you already have attached to that person, it's difficult to do so. I just think it's all like, that's fricked up.
And keep her company. I still had to go to work every weekend, 14 hours each day, without internet, without contact with her. I always got that horrible sinking feeling every time I had to leave. One weekend, it was radio silence from her. I figured she just wanted some space and was told she switched to her alt Discord account that I didn't have added. Our other friends were still talking to her, so I tried not to worry about too much. During that time, I had a lot going on in real life, so I had to take a step back. I couldn't join as often, but I would try to send her messages every day, or videos, songs, and video recordings of me playing piano for her. I was celebrating my birthday on VRChat. No one knew it was my birthday. It's not something I share, but I asked a few friends to hang out and drink. One of my VR uncles joined off of me and asked to talk to me in private. I could tell he had also been drinking, but it was the weekend, so I didn't think much of it. He told me about her. He said she had stopped responding to everyone, that she had took her life. I didn't believe him. I didn't want to.
That's scary.
She promised she'd always be there for me. I had trouble understanding what anyone was saying. All of my friends were AFK when I returned. I sat by them with tears swelling in my eyes. I didn't know what to do. It didn't feel real. I messaged her asking her how she was doing and what she was doing in hopes of getting a response. She died in October of 2021.
Dude, that's the thing. We need to normalize getting psychiatrical help. We need to normalize getting psychiatrical help rather than like, oh, these online people, you know? Like, literally, please, anyone watching this, mental health is serious. Talk to a professional. Talk to a loved one. And if you don't have loved ones, I do not recommend going on the internet to find them. I recommend psychiatrical help. That's the thing, bro. And I know, American cost, bro. Frick America for that, I know. But, like, it's always going to be find resources, bro. I personally do not recommend online communities that much. I know some of them can help, but still, like I told you, there is a light, but that light can dim like that. And that's the scary part about online communities. It's always going to be try to seek out IRL help. Always, always, always. Whether it's a friend, your mom, an actual psychiatrist that you pay for, therapy. Rest in peace, though.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Look. Someone in the chat said, I finally went to my first therapy session at 19. Can we get W's in the chat? See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, so many young adults be afraid of, like, going to get, actual mental help. Like, do not be shy. Do not be shy. Do not be afraid. Do not think it's whack. Don't think like, oh man, like, do I really have to? Like, no, bro. Like, this is amazing. Like, getting mental help is needed. You need that, bruh. See, you need to feel proud. You need to feel hype. You're doing this for yourself. You want to live a better life, right? Then get help. Get help, bro. And I'm trying to think what the rebuttal would be. People be like, well, the cost, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, the cost sucks, but it's worth it, bro. I don't or the bare minimum. Try to go on YouTube and look up like how can I deal with depression on you, like the bare minimum. I just don't recommend. I don't recommend online communities, bro. Most of them. I know there's some good ones.
Just wanted to say that I miss you. And I hope you're doing alright. Wherever you are. See ya.
Everyone dies. It's a sad truth we all live with. And unfortunately, that truth is very prevalent in game. Because so many people use VRChat as a social outlet. We make friends.
Yeah, do your own research
connections,
as well. You're right.
Just like in real life, those friends can be taken away.
There was this one occurrence a year or two ago where I was in a VC with a bunch of VRChat friends. Someone happened to bring up, have you heard about this person? Long story short, they found out that this person has died from basically major organs failure. Something was brought up by them drinking too much every day on VRChat and them just not taking care of themselves.
I'm lucky. I've never had friends that I know personally die. The longer we live, it's only a matter of time.
I have two things that I can think of when it comes to that. Both were connected to a club that I was very active in. We had one attendee that showed up to the events pretty much every weekend. Loved by the community, really social, outgoing person. Only downside is that they were...
Good point. Someone said, never try to make someone your therapist. Yeah, don't force your friend to, like, don't do that. And also, I hate when people are like, I'm the therapist of the friend group. Don't do that either. That is so much baggage on you. Don't do that. Everyone needs to seek professional help. Okay? You heard it here. Seek professional help. Stop.
Quite the heavy drinker, which isn't uncommon in this game, especially in the club scene. One day we found out that they had died while in VR as well. They pretty much just drank themselves to death. We don't know like exactly what had come to pass, but that's at least the information we got to know from their parents, because they had found, I think it was like on a Sunday or something, they had found him and he was had the headset on and was sadly no longer alive. Shockingly enough, it was also just like maybe 2-3 months after that, we had another person who had passed away, though albeit not by like drinking this time. They committed, but they were also a dancer like for the club, so they were pretty well known by the staff as well. It was a friend of theirs that had contacted us like to tell us about it, because they had got an email from their friend set on like to be automatically sent, where if they didn't stop it, it would be sent out to like all of their friends. It was basically like a note that was like sent by email explaining that they just like couldn't take it anymore, so they had taken their own life.
There's even worlds dedicated to those who have
imagined a scheduled email that your friend sends you that's scheduled to go after they do that, and it's like, yo, I'm no longer here. Da 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 da. Oh no. Oh.
sadly passed away. It's kind of cool.
That is pretty sweet.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
You know, it's a lot of good things about VRChat that people need to stop being so close-minded about and start.
All right, that was a W video. Can we get W? What's his name? W Dara Frog. You get a like. That was an amazing video, dude. Final Tuvington thoughts. Honestly, guys, I really like that the topic of mental health was brought up a lot. Let's talk about VRChat first of all. VRChat. As an old player of VRChat, I never got that deep into it, like what the video was talking about. A lot of it, I did hear people trauma dump, so I do know that that is a space for people. Would I consider it a safe space? I think only like a few people find it as a safe space, and that safe space can very quickly become a not so safe space, which I think that's like why I wouldn't play it, why I wouldn't recommend it. However, knowing that how deep it goes, like when it comes to like drinking yourself to death on VRChat, doing cocaine on VRChat, living your life in VRChat, bruh, please seek help. Please. Oh yeah, the grooming on VRChat is like, these people need to, the groomers and pedos that, like he said, jail, life in prison, castration. But also, like, bro, why is VRChat not 18 plus though? Can we talk about that? Why is VRChat not 18 plus? But I guess that's a complaint that's been a complaint for years, right? Yeah, rest in peace to the people that died. The stories that were told in that video, rest in peace. Great video. I always wanted to just like dive a little bit deeper into VRChat. Would I recommend you guys to play it? You already know the answer. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't recommend you guys to play VRChat. Unless you're like an adult. I would actually say 21 plus. That's just me though. I would say 21 plus. But yeah. that's going to be it for that reaction. We have some more videos to get through. All right, so I wanted to react to let me see. Okay, good. You're better playing the game on desktop mode? Yeah, that's the only way I played it. I got the headset for a little bit. I got motion sickness. Oh my god. Oh, we'll save that for the outro. There's a video I made to watch for my future self. So, like, I made it 5 years ago, so we'll watch that. Okay, guys. We can watch... I don't know. I told Aaron I was going to react to his video, so we'll do that. Okay. We're going to react to Morbid for Fun, memes that ended in tragedy. And he uploaded two videos of them, so it's just 40 minutes. And then we have one... So it's a bundle video, so it's basically one big video. It's a 40-minute video. And then we have one final video after that. And then this is a shorter stream because I got to go to the gym after this. But let me have those pulled up.
We talked about Charlie. Thank you so much for all the support on part 1.
All right. I'll be back. I'm going to leave y'all with the first frame of the Morbid for Fun video. I'm going to go pee. And this is the first frame. I'm not kidding. This is his video. All right. So do with that what you will. I will be back in like literally 1 minute. I'm going to the bathroom. That's the first frame. All right. So this is memes that turned into tragedy by Morbid for Fun. I always forget to turn up the audio. Give me a second. Let me do it on all the videos.
A while.
Oh, did I start off on the wrong video? Am I tripping? No, I'm on the right one.
A while back.
All right. Y'all can say hi, YouTube, again. All right, so this is memes that turned into tragedy by Morbid for Fun.
I made a video talking about tragedies that turned into memes. We talked about Charlie Kirk, George Floyd, Harambe, 9/11, etc. This phenomenon is very odd to me, because why would we laugh at tragedies? I'm not saying that we're evil for doing so, but it is a bit weird to say the least. But then I thought of something. Have there been any memes that turned into tragedies? Yes, there has. we talk about one of the biggest vines turning into a scary swatting incident, a leak recording of someone
Were you guys around for Damn Daniel? Like, were you guys actually around for Damn Daniel? Back at it again with the white fans. Yes? Oh, okay. Well, you guys are unk like me then. You guys call me unk. You guys are unk too.
Having fun that turned into relentless bullying, and how one of the biggest cursed images led to death. Today, we're talking about memes that turned into tragedies. In February 2016, two ordinary high school students unknowingly created one of the biggest internet memes of the decade.
Damn, Daniel. Damn.
Why is this edited like analog horror? Wait, why is this? Bro, it's not scary, bro.
Daniel, back at it again with the white van.
Within a matter of days, those two words had spread across the internet, turning an inside joke between—
This is ball knowledge. Do you guys remember Alex from Target? I feel like that is like ball knowledge, but that was more like the girls from my school knew that. Alex from Target, that dude took over the internet for a good like 2 to 3 weeks, bro.
Friends into a viral phenomenon. Their names were Daniel Lara and Joshua Holes. And unlike many viral stars, they weren't trying to become famous. They weren't YouTubers chasing views, influencers building an audience, or comedians hoping one of their videos would go viral. Instead, they were simply two friends joking around at school, completely unaware that a 30-second video would soon lead to national television appearances, a lifetime supply of vans, and the darker side of internet fame. The story began at a Riverside high school in Riverside, California, where Joshua Holes regularly recorded short videos of his friend Daniel Lara throughout the school day. Whenever Josh spotted Daniel wearing a good outfit, he'd pull out his phone, point the camera at him, and yell, "Damn Daniel," before the two laughed and went about their day.
Dude, talking about Damn Daniel in 2026 seems like a fever dream, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, does anyone remember, were these white slip-on Vans, or were they like the white authentic Vans with the laces? There were slip-ons, right?
Over time, another line became part of the joke whenever Daniel wore the same pair of white Vans. Josh would shout the phrase, "Back at it again with the white Vans," turning Daniel's white Vans into the running joke. The videos lived almost exclusively on Snapchat, where they disappeared after being viewed and were never expected to be seen by anyone outside their friend group. After
Vine.
weeks of recording clips, Josh decided to stitch several of them together into a single 30-second montage. On February 15th, 2016, he uploaded it to Twitter without expecting much to happen. Daniel walked around campus wearing—
Dude, we really found anything funny back then. Oh my god. Dude, this literally would get you one view on Twitter now, and like a derogatory comment under it that says like view spam filter. Like literally, oh my god. This would end, dude, this would end in a death threat now. No, I'm just kidding, no. You would definitely get a mean ass comment like, oh my god.
Different outfits, while Josh repeated the same two phrases over and over again. It was simply two friends entertaining each other, and that authenticity became one of the biggest reasons why people thought it was funny. Friends repeated the joke in school hallways, families made their own versions at home, and social media quickly filled with parodies featuring celebrities, athletes.
Everywhere in because this happened, I was in middle school when this happened. Everyone's talking about, "Damn, Daniel." Oh my god, bro. Like, there was this kid named Daniel that everyone would say "Damn Daniel" to him. He wouldn't even wear Vans, bruh. That fucker was wearing knockoff Adidas. Like, and everyone was still, "Damn, Daniel." That's how big this meme was, bro.
And complete strangers wearing white shoes. The original upload exploded across Twitter before spreading to Vine, Facebook, YouTube, and countless of other repost pages. Within days, the video had accumulated hundreds of thousands of likes and retweets while being replayed millions of times. What had started as a joke between two classmates had officially became one of the biggest memes of 2016.
Even though this meme is cringe now, when this was happening, 2016, hey, that was I know that was a decade ago, but like, times were simple, bro. Times were simple.
Early 2016, Vine was still one of the internet's biggest platforms. Twitter made it easy for viral clips to spread within hours, and short catchphrases regularly dominated online conversations. Damn Daniel fit perfectly into that environment. Before long, celebrities, athletes, television personalities, and even major brands were joining in, pushing the meme even further into the mainstream. Traditional media quickly took notice. News stations began covering the phenomenon. Websites published articles trying to explain why everyone was suddenly saying Damn Daniel, and television producers wanted to meet the teenager.
What are those? Oh, dude, back in, again, my middle school, bro, that was whenever, any shoe, you could be wearing like the best shoes around, people would still go to you, what are those? Oh my, I sound so cringe saying that. Literally, dude, I'm telling you, times were simple back then, bro. Now you get a new meme every day on TikTok. Now you have the, like, right now, what's the current thing on TikTok? The little brother from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Y'all know his name. And like, he's all golden. Manny. Like, that's like the thing right now. Like he's an Edgar. And like you really got to keep up with the memes now, because like it's not gonna be funny by next week, literally. Like so you got to keep up on TikTok. Like, oh, this is funny. Back then, memes would last for a month. Damn Daniel, a month. What are those? 2 months. Like, we're literally just like brain rot. Literally, you know what? I'll give credit to Triple T. Tung 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 Sahur has been here for a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie. Triple T's been here for a hot minute. And he's AI.
Behind it. Less than 2 weeks after the original upload, Daniel Lara and Joshua Holes appeared on The Ellen Show. During the interview, Ellen revealed that the original video had already been viewed roughly 45 million times. During the interview, Daniel received
Dude, you could literally do anything and end up on Ellen back then. Bro, like, I'm telling you, that 6-hour reaction I did yesterday would end up with me on Ellen yesterday. Like literally, Ellen would be like, yo, you guys just reacted to a 3-hour video and turned it into a 6-hour one? Come on. We're going to give you a free trip to the Antarctic to go see the icebergs. Literally, bro,
lifetime supply of Vans, the same shoe that had unintentionally become synonymous with the fame. For a teenager who had never planned on becoming famous, it was an almost surreal reward for a joke that
all I remember is that Damn Daniel, the kid that was, or this guy was given a lifetime supply of Vans. I don't know if Aaron just said it, and this guy was only given a surfboard. I think that was the controversy. I don't know if Aaron just corrected it here.
The same shoe. The interview, Ellen revealed that the original video had already been viewed roughly 45 million times. During the interview, Daniel received a lifetime supply of Vans, the same shoe that had unintentionally become received a lifetime supply been viewed roughly
just
45 million times. During the interview, Daniel received a lifetime supply of Vans,
just Daniel,
the same shoe that had unintentionally become synonymous with the fame. For a teenager who had never planned on becoming famous, it was an almost surreal reward for a joke that had started in the hallways of his high school. Rather than keeping the shoes for himself, multiple reports state that Daniel donated them to children at a university children's hospital.
That's a W
The
move.
decision earned widespread praise online and became one of the most wholesome moments in a story that had otherwise been driven by internet fame. Unfortunately though, the attention surrounding the meme eventually attracted people with far worse intentions. As millions of strangers became familiar with Daniel and Josh, they also became targets for harassment that neither of them had anticipated. Just days after the video went viral, someone made a false emergency call claiming that Josh Holes had shot his mother with an AK-47 inside of their home in Riverside, California.
He got swatted.
Believing they were responding to an active shooting, police rushed to the house around 1 a.m. with a massive response that reportedly included 30 to 35 officers along with specialized units. When officers arrived, Josh's family cooperated and came outside, allowing police to quickly determine that the report had been completely fabricated.
Something needs to be done about swatting, bro. It's been a decade of people getting swatted. Like, there needs to be new technology to find out who's faking the calls, bro. Like, Canel Joseph was getting swatted like daily for like literally like 5 days in a row, like literally last week. and it's like something that needs to be done. Like there needs to be like something, even if someone calls through a fake Google number, whatever they do, like there needs to be something to catch swatters instantly, bro. It's such a problem.
Investigators later said the caller had allegedly used a voice masking device or similar method to conceal their identity, making them far more difficult to trace. This incident was an early example of swatting, and although nobody was injured, the outcome could have been much worse. Officers believed they were responding to a deadly crime, placing both Josh's family and the responding police in unnecessary danger because of a false report. According to Josh's family, the hoax was likely connected to the video's sudden viral success. As they had already been receiving strange phone calls and emails from strangers, police treated the case as a criminal investigation, noting that filing a false emergency report carried serious legal consequences under California law. What began as a harmless joke between two classmates had suddenly escalated into a life-threatening situation, showing how quickly overnight internet fame could attract people willing to take things far beyond the screen. Despite everything that happened, the attention eventually faded. Daniel and Josh remained in the public eye for a short time as interviews and media appearances continued, but the internet inevitably moved on to its next obsession. Even so, Damn Daniel continued to live on long after the headlines disappeared, becoming one of the...
I feel like they're happy. I feel like people that never planned to be famous and got famous overnight, I feel like they're okay with it just leaving. I feel like if someone had been like wanting to get famous for so long, they finally get that one viral video and then their YouTube just goes down or their fame just goes down, then they get like really sad or like desperate. But when it's like literally random normies, I feel like it's just fun for them. Like it was a one-time thing. Like, I remember that time we got famous. I feel like that's how it is for them.
Finding memes of the 2010s. One rumor that has continued circulating over the years is the claim that Daniel Lara and Joshua Holes became involved in a major legal dispute after the meme's success. While that story frequently appears in comment sections and discussion forums, there is very little reliable evidence supporting it. However, I do believe that there is a good chance that Joshua got jealous. After all, he was the one to record the video, say the catchphrase, and the one to post it on his account, while Daniel just stood there. While Daniel got all the praise and shoes for a lifetime, Josh only got a surfboard. Yeah,
Bro, that is out, bro. That is out, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, someone said in the chat, like, oh, well, they probably shared it. Yeah, you think they're still talking 10 years later? And even if they are, you think the Josh dude is like, hey, by the way, about the Vans, you know, like I don't know. I mean, I should say the Daniel dude. Yeah, Daniel. You think Daniel's like 10 years later, can I get some white Vans, please? Like that's I doubt that's happening, bro. That's messed up. Ellen, you messed up for that. I'm not gonna lie. That's messed up, bro. Damn, Daniel, I was on Ellen. Yeah, dude. I'm definitely hanging that up. I'm definitely using that. Dude, that, you know where that belongs? That belongs literally... That belongs like in like a public trash can outside of a grocery store. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, who wants this? Like, even if you put this like at an auction, I'm not joking. I think it'll go into the negatives. I think you'd have to pay someone to take it.
Personally, I would be pissed. More than a decade later, Damn Daniel remains one of the most defining memes of the 2010s. Although it didn't lead to nowhere, they are now living their lives in private.
Good for
them. In July 2012, a single photograph taken inside a Burger King restaurant sparked one of the internet's most infamous food scandals. Not only that, but a legendary cursed photo that became one of the biggest memes. At first glance, it didn't seem like much. It showed an employee standing with both feet inside two plastic containers of lettuce while wearing his work uniform. Attached to the image was a simple caption: "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." Within hours, the photo had spread across the internet. The employee had been identified, and what began as a joke between friends quickly spiraled into a story that would follow him for the rest of his life. The photograph was taken on July 13th, 2012. Inside a Burger King on Mayfield Road in Mayfield Heights, Ohio. According
How old
to
were
the
you guys
man
in
later
2012? I
identified
was
as
10.
the employee in the picture, a friend had snapped the photo as a joke while they were working together in the kitchen. He maintained that he never uploaded the image himself. Instead, another friend anonymously posted it online a few days later, simply to get a rise out of people. At the time, none of them expected the joke to leave their small circle of friends. That changed on the night of July 16th, when the photo appeared on 4chan's infamous B-board at 11:38 p.m. Eastern Time. Less than
4chan.
10 minutes later, other users began examining the image for clues.
No, deadass though. As much as like this is a haha funny meme, Burger King foot lettuce, like I'd be pissed if like this was my local Burger King, and I know you guys would be pissed too, like genuinely. No, like I know it's supposed to be funny, but I would be so pissed. What do you mean you're stepping on my lettuce?
The photo still contained EXIF metadata, which can store information such as the date the picture was taken, the device used to capture it, and in some cases, location data. Users also noticed a barcode visible in the background of the kitchen. By combining those clues, they narrowed the image down to a specific Burger King in Mayfield Heights, Ohio. Within roughly 12 minutes of the original upload, someone had already posted the restaurant's address. Once the information became public, the situation escalated almost immediately. People began calling the restaurant, sending the image to local news outlets, and flooding the Burger King's Facebook page with comments about the photograph. Cleveland Scene magazine picked up the story the following day and contacted the restaurant directly. According to the publication, the breakfast shift manager looked at the image and immediately recognized the employee, reportedly responding, "Oh, I know who that is. He's getting fired." The fallout inside the
Is that a polyester hoodie, y'all?
restaurant was swift. 3 employees ultimately lost their jobs because of the incident, and the Cuyahoga County Board of Health launched an investigation into what had happened. Fortunately, investigators determined that the lettuce shown in the photograph had never been served to customers. A manager had already noticed that it appeared dirty and discarded in the following day before it could be used. Years later, the employee at the center of the photo said he would never have come forward if contaminated food was actually been served, believing the consequences would have been far more severe. For years, the identity of the employee remained a mystery. Then in December 2024, a man named Alex publicly claimed that he was the person standing in the lettuce.
That looks like a 2013 MLG FaZe Clan hoodie.
Posting under names such as Epic Alex Time, Foot Lettuce Man, and Foot Lettuce Guy. He hosted a Reddit AMA titled, "I'm the real guy behind the infamous Burger King foot lettuce meme. 12 years later, I'm here to tell my story." To support his claims, Alex shared photographs of his 2012 Mayfield Heights High School yearbook, matching both the time period and location of the incident. The anonymous friend who had originally posted the photo also later spoke to a journalist, helping reinforce Alex's account. Alex described the entire incident as nothing more than a stupid joke between coworkers. He confirmed that he was fired, but said no legal action was ever
I wonder why Aaron didn't mention like Chills saying it is what really blew it up. You know, number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
taken against
Unless
him.
he's about
Looking back, he admitted that he often behaved immaturely while working in the kitchen, recalling pranks such as eating whole raw onions and piling inches of mayonnaise onto burgers whenever customers requested for extra. Although he expressed regret over how the photo affected his life, he also approached the story with humor. Over the years, he attempted to move forward by creating music, making videos online, and gradually embracing the internet identity that had been forced upon him. The photograph found a second life in 2017 when YouTubers Chills featured it in a video covering mysteries solved by 4chan users. This segment began with 4 words that would become just as recognizable as the image itself.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Oh, he's Canadian?
Chills slowed.
You can tell he's Canadian with out, but as it turns out, why does Chills talk like that? Burger King foot lettuce. Tov Twitch streams sometimes, but only if you can catch him at the right time. The Discord pings may annoy you because he streams almost daily. However, you can always go ahead and mute the Discord. It's not that big of a deal, yet people still complain. He's one of the best YouTubers of our generation. Like Chills, I know, bro. Like, you don't have to. I know Chills.
Dramatic delivery quickly became a meme of its own, introducing the story to millions of people who had never seen the original 2012 scandal.
By the way.
The clip inspired remixes.
Like Chills makes real music, by the way. He has like a feature with Trippie Redd. Like you could go look him up on Spotify. Like, it's real music that he takes serious.
Parodies, copy pasta, and countless jokes across the internet, transforming what had once been a local news story into one of the most recognizable memes of the decade. Chills would later lean into the joke himself, even releasing a song titled Number 15. After revealing his identity in late 2024, Alex began reconnecting with a story that had defined so much of his life. He uploaded a YouTube video telling his side of the events, participated in interviews,
my side, ...
and said he had even sat down with Chills, bringing the story full circle more than a decade after the photograph was taken. He also spoke openly about being doxxed after the image went viral.
No offense to Chills, I just can't really listen to his music. I like Chills as a human and as a YouTuber. And yes, I get told that all the time about me. Why can't I say that about others? It's just like, I don't like his rapping voice.
The embarrassment of becoming known as the Burger
like
King
Trippie Redd throwaway feature as well,
and the difficulty of moving on from a mistake that millions of strangers refuse to forget. Rather than continuing to run from the meme, he eventually embraced it, turning something that had once brought him shame into a part of his online identity. That comeback would prove to be tragically short-lived. On July 10th, 2025, Alex passed away after what friends described as years of personal struggles and ongoing health issues. While few details surrounding his death were made public, many who had followed his story reflected on how a prank that lasted only a few seconds had shaped the next 13 years of his life.
Wow.
What began as a joke between friends inside a fast food kitchen eventually became a global meme, a cautionary tale about internet fame, and, for the man at the center of it all, something he could never truly leave behind.
Wow.
One of the biggest internet memes of the early 2000s almost never happened. It only exists because a teenager accidentally left a videotape behind at school. Patty remembered
actually don't remember this one. And I feel like I know everything about the internet. I feel like I saw this because South Park made fun of it, if I remember correctly. I think it was like in that one Pork and Beans by Weezer, you know, that music video where they had all internet culture memes. I don't think I ever saw the raw video by itself.
To take it home, millions of people never would have known his face. His life wouldn't have been turned upside down, and Star Wars Kid probably would have never become part of internet history. That teenager is Jilone Raza, a shy 14-year-old student attending St. Joseph in Quebec. In November 2002,
that's a crazy school. I know it's like a religious school, but that... Whoa.
He was helping a classmate with a school media project when he picked up a golf ball retriever and began pretending it was a lightsaber. The footage wasn't meant to be a finished video or a performance for anyone else. According to later accounts, he was experimenting with movements for visual effects.
Wait, am I tripping? Like, I think in the intro, Aaron said he got bullied for this. I'm not even trying to be like different or whatever. Like, isn't this kind of fire? Like, this is kind of cool. Like you'd want to be his friend after seeing this, right? Like, I'm not tripping on that, right?
Weren't working correctly. After a few practice takes, he started swinging the retriever around like Darth Maul, creating what should have been nothing more than an embarrassing outtake between classmates. When filming wrapped, Jilone accidentally left the videotape behind in the school's media room. For months, nothing happened. Then another student found it.
And I'm not saying it's not funny. It's funny as fuck. This video is hilarious. But I don't think it should be like, ha! And we're gonna bully you about it. Like, this is actually really, like, I would want to be his friend. I'll be like, bruh, how did you do that? Like, where'd you learn that? Like, what scene is that from? You know, like.
Instead of returning the tape.
Well, that's the thing, though. You're saying everyone hates on everything nowadays. It's like, this happened 20 years ago, though. It's different.
It was shared with friends before eventually making its way onto the internet. This was still years before YouTube existed, so the video spread through peer-to-peer file sharing programs like Kazaa, personal websites, and online forums. Despite the internet looking nothing like it does today, the clip spread with incredible speed, becoming one of the earliest viral videos of the digital age. People couldn't get enough of it. Some thought it was genuinely funny, while others began turning it into something entirely.
I think South Park made fun of the dude, remember with the nunchucks? It was like this black man with the nunchucks that does a backflip and falls. I think that's what I'm confusing it with.
Different. The original footage was quickly
Afro
edited
Ninja.
with glowing lightsabers, Star Wars sound effects, dramatic music,
my
explosions,
God.
and elaborate visual effects
that's dope,
that made it
see?
look like Jalone was
People are editing
fighting
it.
in
We're
scenes
editing
straight out of the movies. Each new remix introduced the video to even more people, and before long it had escaped internet forums altogether. News outlets began covering the phenomenon, and the teenager in the video had unknowingly become one of the most recognizable faces online. While millions of strangers were laughing, Jalone was living through hell. The attention followed him back to school, where he became the target of relentless bullying from classmates who now saw him as the internet's latest joke. According to multiple reports, the harassment
It's crazy how, like, back then, going viral on the internet for something embarrassing, I guess, which I think is pretty cool, is like was a negative thing. Like, oh, dude, this guy's on the internet. Yeesh. But now it's like there's a lot of clout chasers. I feel like even in when I was still in high school, because it was the beginning of TikTok. Remember, it turned into TikTok 2019. I graduated 2020. But I remember, like, if someone got a viral hit on a TikTok, like, low-key, like, they were cool. Like, you're like, damn, wait, hold on. He's popping on TikTok. I sadly was never one of them. But it's crazy how times change, right? Like, back then, it was like, on the internet, you're lame. Now you're on the internet, you're like, oh, wait. He's getting numbers, you know?
became so severe that he eventually left the school and continued his education through tutoring. The emotional toll was devastating, and he later received psychiatric treatment as he struggled with the overwhelming humiliation of becoming famous for something that had never been meant to be seen public. The internet wasn't the only place where his privacy disappeared. As the story grew, journalists tracked down his family and showed up at his home hoping to get interviews. At the time, there were very few conversations about online privacy or whether someone should become famous because another person uploaded an embarrassing video without their permission. Instead, the clip continued spreading while Jalone dealt with consequences that few people watching ever stopped to consider. In July 2003, his family filed a lawsuit against the families of the classmates they believed were responsible for circulating the videotape. The lawsuit argued that distributing the footage without his consent had caused lasting psychological harm. After several years, the case was settled out of court in 2006, becoming one of the earliest legal disputes to highlight the real-world consequences of viral content and online privacy. For years, Jalone stayed almost entirely out of the public eye. But as conversations around cyberbullying and digital responsibility became more common, he eventually spoke about what happened, hoping others could learn from his experience. Rather than letting one embarrassing moment define him forever, he went to study law at McGill University and later used his story to advocate for kindness online and the importance of treating real people like human beings instead of entertainment. Today, the Star Wars kid is remembered as one of the defining memes of the early internet. But looking back, it's also remembered for something much more important. Long before people understood the lasting consequences of going viral, Jalone Raza became one of the first people to experience them firsthand. A videotape that should have stayed inside a classroom instead became a permanent part of internet history, and forever changed the life of the teenager who never wanted anyone to see it. Shout out to all my Patreons.
There I am, look at that. Hey, and you actually made my name lowercase. All right. W video, but we're doing part 2 instantly right now. So we're going to keep reacting. Give me a second, guys. We're switching. So that's why we're not getting final Tubington thoughts for this, because I'm doing the other one. All right. Lock in.
It truly does mean a lot to me. So we're running it back. At first, I thought I wouldn't be able to find more cases of memes that turned into tragedies.
But talking about Star Wars kid, I like that he grew up to like be an advocate about online like bullying. Obviously he didn't deserve that, but I hope that now he can see how like beloved that meme is, you know? I hope now, like I hope like at some point, like years after it happened, Like he was like, you know what? Like it sucks that I went through that, but man, like he would read the comments and we were like, oh, I want to be his friend, or like this dude seems cool. I would hope that he would be like, oh, I hope he got those nice comments. I don't know. I hope he saw the nice comments.
But I was wrong. I found more cases of memes that ruin lives. These next cases makes part 1 look tame in comparison. In part 1, we talked about Damn Daniel, which was a popular catchphrase in 2016 that led to a non-lethal swatting. We even talked about Burger King foot lettuce, who unexpectedly passed away and wasn't correlated with the meme, and the Star Wars kid, who was bullied relentlessly that caused him to drop out of school. Regardless, it's still a tragedy. But in today's video, we're talking about another case of a kid being bullied from a meme that led him being suspended from school, how the infamous "what color is the dress" photo being—
Alright, y'all, this is gonna be a debate. Everyone, what color is this dress? Let's see. Let's see, bro. Oh my god, still... Oh my, and then there's always the different people that say a random. Oh my, you know what I feel like? I feel like this is like a test by God or the universe that literally gives people, you know how in Gmod there's missing textures, like the checkerboard that's purple and black. I feel like he did that for this and everyone sees something different. In case you're wondering, I see white and gold. Crucify me.
Connected to an attempted murder case, and how this meme led to someone taking their own life. Today, we're talking about memes that ruin people's lives. There's this famous Italian meme that you have probably never heard about. You're making a video? Bravo. This meme originated in Italy.
Anyone ever see that meme of the woman's face? I never seen that. I know he just said you probably never seen it, but no.
And didn't really circulate on English internet forums. And I say that because I was addicted.
By the way, I know that the dress is actually black and blue. They showed it on Ellen. Ellen was the ruler of life at some point. You know that. I don't know. In the image, I see white and gold. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Pay attention to these topics, guys. We're going to get to it.
To memes back in 2016, and I have never heard of this case before until researching it. But in Italy, this photo of a woman's face circulated online accompanied by this text: "You're making a video? Bravo." Obviously, the meme is in Italian, but I'm just saying the English translation. On September 13th, 2016, Tiziana Cantone tragically ended her life after spending more than a year trying to escape the video that turned her into a viral meme.
Rest in
but
peace.
To understand how something so personal became a meme for an entire country, we have to go back to the spring of 2015. Tiziana Cantone was an Italian woman living near Naples. During this time, several private, intimate videos of her were shared with a small number of people through WhatsApp. Exactly who first released them publicly has been disputed, but what is certain is that the videos were uploaded without Tiziana's consent, and quickly spread far beyond their intended recipients. I do not know how long the leaked video is, but people focused their attention on one scene. After noticing that she was being recorded, Tiziana made a brief comment that roughly translated to, "You're making a video? Bravo." Yeah, that's the comment that turned her into a meme. And I'll admit it, it's not even funny. Not only because revenge is bad, but the quote itself is not even that funny. After all, in 2016, catchphrases were huge, such as "Damn Daniel," 21, "These nuts," etc. Once the footage began circulating, the phrase itself became a viral meme in Italy. Her words appeared in other memes, parody videos, and Photoshop pictures.
Oh, dude.
Meme in Italy. Her words appeared in other memes.
That's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro. Dude, that's like your like, obviously this happens still, but it's just like your friends, family, like we know the deal. Like that's horrible, bro.
Parody videos and Photoshop pictures.
That's a lawsuit, obviously.
People repeated the phrase on social media, celebrities referenced it, and companies reportedly printed it on shirts, phone.
Bro, who was Italy? What were you guys on? Italy, what were you guys on? Like, imagine turning someone's revenge porn trauma into merchandise. Italy, what were y'all doing, bruh?
cases and other merchandise. To the people sharing it, Tiziana was no longer treated as a human. She had become a meme. Not only a meme, just straight up harassment. The humiliation did not remain online either. Tiziana reportedly quit her job and moved several times in an apartment to get away from the attention. She avoided going outside because strangers recognized her, mocked her, and sometimes asked her to take photographs with her. Even changing her appearance was not enough. Eventually, she began the process to legally changing her name, hoping that she could separate her future from what appeared whenever someone searched her online. She also went to court and fought for what is sometimes called the right to be forgotten. Tiziana wanted websites and for what appeared whenever someone searched her online. She also went to court and fought for what is sometimes called the right to be forgotten.
You can go to court for the right to be forgotten? What? That sounds like some witness protection program.
Tiziana wanted websites and search engines to remove the videos and make them more difficult to find. She partially succeeded, with re-uploads being removed from several platforms, but the internet had already duplicated.
Also, who's the man that took the video? Like, I keep saying, like, yo, why did you make merch? Like, who the frick did that? Let me guess. He was never found, even though, oh my god. We'll see.
The footage across countless websites and accounts. Every time one re-uploads disappear, another took its place. The legal victory also came with another devastating setback. Tiziana was ordered to pay approximately 20,000 euros in legal expenses connected to some of the websites involved. After losing her privacy, her job, and control over her own identity, she was now being handed an enormous bill for attempting to make the internet forget. On September 13, 2016, Tiziana tragically died by suicide at a relative's home in Mugano. Her death forced many people to think twice on what to joke about. The catchphrase that had been treated as a harmless meme was suddenly connected to a real woman whose life had been destroyed behind the screen. Reddit and 4chan threads began discussing her death, while major news
I'm not gonna Neapolitan trash suck blank on camera while literally moaning, I'm your whore, my boyfriend is a cuck. Get absolutely roasted when the vid inevitably surfaces on the web. Hang yourself with a effing I guess rope, I don't know what that means, in shame. Video link please. Let's see if I can still find one. Lawyers are trying their best to erase everything. She even changed identity, LMAO. Italian web slut shames a whore into suicide. Jeez. Bro.
Organizations around the world reported on the case.
This is like, yeah, El Italy in some aspects, but it's really just El Humanity, bro. Like, what the frick, man? It's so disgusting. Oh.
Italian politicians condemned the harassment and called for stronger protections against cyberbullying and the non-consensual distribution of intimate material. The case eventually became part of Italy's larger national debate surrounding online privacy and revenge pornography. But the damage was already done. For more than a year, thousands of people shared the videos, repeated the catchphrase, and mocked her without thinking about how it was affecting the real person behind the meme. Like I said, this meme wasn't big in the US, and it's one of the few memes that I have never heard of. Rest in peace. If you've ever wished payday came sooner, this may actually help. There's a banking app called Current with
fucking Aaron finally got a sponsor, bro. Dude, this dude deserves like he's put so much work into his channel and some of his videos get demonetized. All right, dude. Aaron, I see you getting your bag, bro.
There is something disturbing that you probably didn't know about one of the biggest memes of 2015, the image known as the dress. Believe it or not, there is actually a dark backstory behind this image that isn't talked about. In part 1, one of you guys commented that the dress photo is linked to an attempted murder case. I was skeptical, and another commenter replied saying that there's a good chance that it may be fake, which I initially agreed.
If the murder so happens to be about like the color of the dress, I'm gonna be so pissed. Nah, I bet it has nothing to do with it. No, there's no way. But imagine it's like, I see it this color. There's no way. Because if you're physically there, you know it's black and blue. So there's no way. That's like a 1% thing. That would be stupid.
But of course, I decided to fact check it. But before we get into the tragedy, let's do a quick recap on the dress. The dress became famous because people could not agree on whether it was blue and black or white and gold. It was a harmless argument that spread across the entire internet, with celebrities, news stations, and millions of regular people giving their answers. But the photo was originally connected to the wedding of Keir and Grace Johnston. Years after the couple appeared on television, connected to the wedding of Keir and Grace Johnston. Years after the couple appeared on television and received thousands of dollars in gifts because of the meme, Keir Johnston was sent to prison for violently attacking Grace. But to understand how a simple picture of a dress became connected to a domestic abuse case, we have to go back to February 2015. Around a week before Grace and Keir Johnston were married in Scotland, Grace's mother, Cecilia, took a photograph of the dress she planned to wear to their wedding. Cecilia believed that the dress was blue and black, but when she sent the picture to Grace, her daughter saw it as white and gold. Grace posted the photograph on Facebook, where her friends also disagreed over the colors. The argument continued among people connected to the wedding until Callan McNeil, a friend of the couple who performed at their wedding, posted the picture on Tumblr on February 26, 2015. The post—
It was that long ago? Oh my god. I feel so old. I remember in middle school when I walked in to the gates. I walked into the gates of my middle school and people were like already on their phone. Remember, I was in 7th grade. So the 8th graders, the 8th graders were like, I just remember walking in and seeing them on their phone be like, "No, it's not. It's blue and black or white and gold, whichever. It's that." I remember like they're in a circle. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Asked people to help settle the argument, but instead of providing an answer, it started an even larger debate. Some people were completely convinced that the dress was white and gold, while others could only see blue and black. Both sides had trouble.
I've only seen white and gold all my life. All my life. Like, I could see a blue tint right here, blue tint, but this is still gold.
Understanding how anyone could possibly see the opposite colors. Within hours, the photograph had spread across Tumblr, Twitter, and nearly every other major social media platform. Celebrities including Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Kim Kardashian gave their opinions, which was big news for the unemployed.
No, for real. Dude. Okay, guys, we cannot form an opinion until Kim Kardashian says what she thinks the color is, okay, guys? Okay? Just hold, everyone hold.
News organizations asked scientists to explain why different people could look at the same image and see completely different colors. The explanation involved the lighting in the photograph and how the human brain attempts to understand color. Depending on how someone interprets the lighting, the dress could appear either white and gold or blue and black, but the actual dress was eventually shown to be blue and black, which I was correct from the beginning. The people connected to the photograph were invited onto the Ellen DeGeneres show, where Cecilia appeared wearing the real dress. I'm not gonna bother to show you guys any footage from the show, because Ellen was copywriting my ass in part 1.
Oh, really? Am I gonna have to deal with a copyright claim on this video? In this video? Hey, do y'all fuck with Ellen? Yes or no? Just setting celebrities up on my stream. Not a single yes in the chat, bro.
Funny enough, she was copywriting the damn Daniel clips and not even the footage I used from her show because that fell into free use. Her falsely copywriting me is way worse than any accusation she's accused of. Kier and Grace Johnston were also given $10,000 and a trip to Grenada. What had started as one small disagreement before their wedding had turned them into part of one of the biggest viral internet moments of the decade. For years, that was the entire story. The dress was remembered as a harmless meme that temporarily divided the internet, but in March of 2022, the story behind the couple took a disturbing turn. On March 6, prosecutors said Kier Johnston violently attacked Grace at their home on the Scottish island of Colonsay. During the assault, Kier restricted Grace's breathing, threatened her, and held a knife. A witness eventually intervened, and Grace contacted the police. The court also heard that this was not the first time Grace had experienced violence in the relationship. Reports described a history of domestic abuse and controlling behavior, including Kier attempting to isolate Grace from other people and controlling how much money she was allowed to use. In July of 2023, it was reported that Kier was facing an attempted murder charge. However, in May of 2024, he pled guilty to the separate charge of assaulting Grace to her injury and placing her life in danger. On June 6, 2024, Kier Johnston was sentenced to 54 months in prison, which is 4.5 years. The court also issued a non-harassment order preventing him from contacting Grace for 10 years. The news completely changed how many people view the couple behind the dress. In 2015, Kier and Grace had appeared together on television while the world laughed about a photograph connected to their wedding. 7 years later, Grace was contacting police because she believed her husband was going to kill her. The photo itself obviously had nothing to do with the abuse, and the famous dress did not belong to Grace or Kier. It belonged to Grace's mother. But the photograph became famous because of their wedding. The dress is still remembered as one of the biggest internet debates ever, but behind the couple who became famous from it was an abusive relationship that the public knew nothing about. This final meme that turned into tragedy was once again recommended to me by one of you guys. That's none other than the angry German kid.
Anyone know about this before we get into this? I've never seen this specific meme. What angry I've never seen this one. Yes, no, me, no, yes, no. It's like 50-50. All right.
The video showed a German teenager screaming at his computer and destroying his keyboard while trying to play Unreal Tournament. People shared it because they believed they were watching a real meltdown, but the entire video was fake. The teenager was Norman, and what was supposed to be a comedy skit eventually led to years of bullying, problems at school, and difficulty finding work. Even German television presented the video as evidence that violent games were making children aggressive without explaining that Norman was only acting. But to understand how a scripted video had such negative effect on his life,
all because he made a good skit, a convincing skit, and he was a good actor in his own skit. I feel like that's where you learn, like, well, obviously this is like 20 years ago. That's why you always got to put like skit in the description or in parentheses in the title. But like, again, like this is like just starting the internet, you know, like, so they didn't know.
Have to go back to before YouTube was even popular. Norman began making homemade videos after receiving a camera for his 13th birthday. In these videos, he played an exaggerated online character that he used across several comedy skits. These videos gained a small audience on German forums and early video sharing websites, but they were not known around the world. The people watching them understood that Norman was playing a character, but once this video spread on its own, everyone thought it was real.
If he had a back catalog on his YouTube channel full of skits, and then his most recent one is the Freakout, why weren't people that were making articles about it just doing the 1 ounce of research and being like, oh no, he makes skits, right? Like never mind, he didn't even need to put parentheses skit in the title. You just click on his channel, you see this guy makes skits, bro. Oh my god. Because they want money.
According to Norman's later account, another teenager contacted him online and offered to pay him approximately 300 euros to create a video in which his character completely lost control and destroyed something. Norman accepted the offer and filmed what became the 5th video in his series. The video was called Real Gangster 5 Playing on the PC. In the video, Norman's character attempts to play Unreal Tournament 2004. The game takes too long to load, causing him to become increasingly angry. He screams at the computer, slams his desk, and eventually destroys his keyboard. None of it was a real reaction. Norman had planned the entire performance, just like the other videos involving the same character. Norman said he sent the completed video directly to the person who commissioned it, and that person then allegedly released it online without Norman's permission. Once Norman saw how people were reacting, he reportedly asked for the video to be removed, but it had already begun.
What a weird thing to ask for. Hey, can I pay you for you to act out a video of you raging? Like, were you that big of a fan that you wanted to personalize the video of a random German kid breaking his computer? Like, what does that even... What? And then you upload it, and I'm gonna guess he didn't take it down.
Spreading. The upload history is difficult to track because the video appeared across several early websites. It was released online around February of 2006 and reached YouTube shortly afterward. One early surviving upload appeared under a German title that roughly translated to "Freak Out in Front of the PC." By then, the context of the video had disappeared. Hundreds of people downloaded and re-uploaded it, causing it to spread even further. In English-speaking countries, Norman became known as the Angry German Kid. Fake stories were created to explain the footage. Some people claimed Norman's father had secretly recorded him without his acknowledgement. Others said Norman had been sent to a clinic because he was addicted to video games. People had discussed his mental health despite knowing absolutely nothing about him outside of the video. The footage became one of the internet's earliest memes because Norman was speaking German, so people can add fake subtitles to change the context of the video. After all, it's not like the person watching is going to translate the audio to see if it's correct. Across all the re-uploads and edits, the video received millions of views. But Norman was not benefiting from any of it. Most of the popular uploads belonged to other people, and the version of Norman spreading across the internet was based on a character that viewers believed was real. This situation became worse in November of 2006, when a school shooting in Germany restarted the country's debate over violent video games. German television company Focus TV used Norman's video in coverage, suggesting that violent games could make young people aggressive.
How many times do we have to tell you, old man? Literally, it's not video games that cause people to shoot up schools. It's literally their mental health. It's not video games. They loved saying it was video games or whatever media they were consuming, bro. Bro, so annoying.
The report referred to him by the name of his fictional character and reportedly repeated the fake story that his father had secretly recorded him. It also presented him as someone whose behavior had been caused by serious gaming addiction. What had begun as a fake online story was now being reported on German television. The television report did not originally make the video famous because it was already circulating online. However, it gave the false story more credibility and introduced Norman to an even larger audience. Instead of being seen as a teenager performing a comedy skit, he was being presented as proof that video games could turn young people violent. Norman attempted to correct the story. He uploaded a response video explaining that he was acting and that all of his videos were fictional. The problem was that almost nobody watched his explanation compared to the millions of people who saw the meme. The meme version of the story was more popular than the truth. Focus TV eventually withdrew the report, but by then, the damage was already done. Students at Norman's school recognized him and began mocking him. They quoted the meme, copied his behavior, and treated him like crap. Norman tried explaining that the video was staged, but many people either did not believe him or did not care. He eventually attempted to remove his videos and disappeared from the internet. Deleting his own uploads did almost nothing because countless re-uploads with significantly more views were still on YouTube, forums, and other websites. Norman said he even changed his appearance because he hoped people would stop recognizing him. He dyed his hair and stopped wearing his glasses. But the attention continued. According to Norman, he experienced almost daily harassment for approximately 3 years. The bullying eventually affected how Norman behaved at school. He said he began trying to intimidate other students because he believed they would stop mocking him if they were afraid of him. During a school trip, Norman made a serious threat at another student that another student recorded. The police became involved.
Imagine being known as like the angry German kid, which was a skit. Then kids at your school start teasing you about it, bullying you about it, that you don't know how to react. So you're just like, okay, I'm angry now. And then you're like basically letting them know, or like almost like becoming the quote unquote angry German kid. Imagine. It's like dude, that sucks.
And Norman was expelled from his school. According to his accounts, he was allowed to finish his education somewhere else and later spent approximately 1 month in custody after failing to complete the penalty he had been given. Even after leaving school, the angry German kid continued following him. Norman said he spent approximately 2 years struggling to find a job because people recognized him. To potential employers, he was either the teenager from the keyboard video or the students connected to that one school incident. Because of that, Norman became isolated and spent much of that period focused on training. Eventually, he tried applying for work and found a job. He also made a new group of friends, entered a relationship, and said his life finally began improving. For the first time in years, he was no longer being defined entirely by a video he made as a teenager. In 2015, Norman quietly began posting fitness-related videos online. Viewers eventually recognized him, but he initially avoided answering questions about the angry German kid. That changed in October of 2017.
Now, if you get him angry, now you gotta be scared. If you get him angry now you gotta be scared.
When Norman publicly returned under the name Hercules Beats. He began releasing rap music, reacted to the original video, and explained how the attention had affected his education, employment, and personal life. As of 2026, Norman's official YouTube channel remains online under the name Norman Hercules, and to this day, he is still active. Shout out to all my patrons.
There I am again as a patron, W Norman. Let me leave a like on the video. All right, that was Memes That Ended in Tragedy, Parts 1 and 2 by Morbid for Fun. Final Tubington thoughts. It's crazy how many memes do, or like that we did it. That's why I like this topic that Aaron chose. Aaron chose a really like niche topic, and I'm glad that these videos are doing really good on his channel. I think the saddest one was the one of the woman in Italy. That one was just revenge porn, and that got memed by incels and then marketed as merchandise. And I'm like, in this age of the internet, like I was saying, memes come and go, because I feel like there are some memes that stick around for a long time that you'll be known as, but it's more rare. Back then, the possibility of that happening to you was very high. Now it's like there's a new meme every 3 days on TikTok. Like people can forget, you know? I'm not saying the internet forgets, because the internet never forgets, but honestly, good videos by Aaron. That's it for that reaction. All right, guys. I have one more short video to react to. This is I don't know if this is gonna be on my on Tubington. Maybe I'll do a test upload to see if people like when I don't know. But look. This is a video I recorded in 2020, 6 years ago, called A Video to My Future Self. It released in 2021, but I recorded it in 2020. It only has 39,000 views. I had an animator animate this for me. Oh my god. A video for my future self. Let's see this. Let me make sure I look good, y'all. Let me make sure I look good. Hold up. Yeah. Y'all can see the chat. Okay. All right. A Video to My Future Self animated special. This audio was recorded on September 21st, 2020. I had blonde hair back then.
A Video to My Future Self. Hi,
My name is Albert, but you can just call me Tov. I just quickly want to add that I'd prefer if you guys call me Bertie because I came up with like that nickname within these 7 months. If you're gonna call me by my real name, I prefer if you call me Bertie. Alright, let's go back to the video. I'm currently 18 and I'm in my freshman year of college, but you already know that because you're me. I want to make this video to see how I'm doing in the future. I hope you're good, man. And to everyone that's watching this that isn't future me, I hope you all get to know me a lot more after this video. I don't really know how to transition
Look
topics.
at that. My most recent was the EDP pack.
Future me. I hope you all get to know.
Smoking that EDP 445 pack where he got caught, 100,000 in 5 days. That was crazy for me. Now we get 100K minimum every video. You know, sometimes a million. Wow. Some of these videos are private. This one got 1 million views. This one has 1.1 million views now. That was the first video where I put my face in it.
Know me a lot more after this
thumbnail,
video. I don't really know how to transition topics for this particular video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't like school. I never did. I'm not gonna lie, all of elementary school, I was one of the smartest kids in my grade. I would get honor roll every semester and I literally didn't even try. Looking back, that's really weird. I even got put into the GATE program. I think that stands for Gifted and Talented Education. Yeah, freaking Tov was in that. I was so shy and insecure back then that I even told my mom to please deny the request, but
oh my god, yeah, dude. I was in the Gates program, bro. Like, I know you guys see me as like the goofy dude, deadass. I know to some degree I am smart. No glaze, no ego. Like, I am a pretty smart dude. Like, I know I put on a bit of a character on stream just so I could be loud and funny. Because it's a method. But I'm telling you, I am kind of smart. I just am.
she said it would be good for me, so I ended up going. Honestly, I think they just surveyed us considering all we did was play iPad games. Then for middle school, I went to a different district because honestly, the one I was in was really ghetto. Shout out Dana Middle School though. That's when I realized I really wasn't that special. Every kid was just as smart as me or way smarter. I felt like an outcast. Luckily, I met my lifelong friend.
Yup. I went to middle school, like elementary, I was super smart, like grades wise, you know, super smart and common sense wise. And then I went to middle school and I realized, like I said, I wasn't that special. I was getting C's. And then a lot of kids around me were getting A's and B's. And I was just like, damn, bro, like, am I deadass not special? Like, am I really just not special? Am I just like an average kid that just gets C's? And like, what am I going to do with my life? And now we got some plaques in the back, and now we got a platinum selling album deluxe right there. So now we got $1 million right there. Let's get going.
Friends there, Robert, Tristan, and a few others. And we made
my god! Shout out to them still.
It through middle school together. Throughout middle school though, I began editing videos for fun. I used to watch a ton of Vanos Gaming and he once said in a Q&A that he used Sony Vegas Pro to edit. So I went ahead and downloaded it and got to looking
I still use Vegas Pro. I know that's crazy to a lot of people. It's because all I have to do is cut.
Tutorials all day, every day. I would practice by editing funny videos of my friends and showing them after school on my iPod. It wasn't until the last few weeks of 8th grade that I finally got the courage to upload a video publicly to my YouTube channel with my voice in it. That of course being the Instagram rant video that released in 2016. Woo-hoo! Back then I looked up to creators like Leafy, Pyrocynical, and other commentators.
And you wonder why I was edgy. Bruh, stop playing with me, bro. These were my goats back then. These were my goats. And H3, like, I used to be tapped into Drama Alert. And y'all wonder why whenever I look at my old videos, I have to be like, guys, I was not PR trained.
YouTubers. I promise there's a reason.
Shout out Birdman, though. I know he's still uploading.
I'm talking about this. Entering high school, I began getting horrible grades and I even failed a class freshman year and I had to make up for it in summer school. Eventually, I got my act together and began focusing on school, at least enough to pass with some C minuses. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was afraid of my own future. Yes, I would upload videos, but there wasn't motivation since there wasn't an audience for me to entertain. There was even a point when I wanted to be a police officer because I heard that cops don't need a high school diploma. Yeah. I went to
it's that they only needed a high school diploma. But yes, I went to police training for the training for one day and gave up because I hated it. I think I'll talk about it. But yeah, so I was struggling, guys. Anyone that's like out there that was like that doesn't know what to do with their life, I was in your boat, literally in your boat. I was like, what do I do? Like, I'm 16, I'm about to graduate in 2 years. I need to find something. I like being a YouTuber, but it's not blowing up.
The training and police officer because I heard that cops don't need a high school diploma. Yeah, I went to the training and shaved my head.
I had a side hustle. I was cleaning shoes, bro. I was reselling shoes at one point. I was selling chips in school, bro. If y'all remember, if you were in, well, no one's in my old classmates are watching this, but like I was selling chips in high school, bro. I deadass was doing anything to make a bag. I had that meme page, bruh. I was making money off that meme page, bro. Y'all know that story. Like, no matter what, I was always trying to make money, bruh. Like, I knew I had to make it out for my mom, bruh. Single mom, she deserves the world. She deserves the world, bro. So, no matter what, you weren't gonna catch me broke, bro. No matter what, I was always gonna make money for us.
Head and everything. I remember getting yelled at by instructors and being like, yeah, fuck this. I was really down bad. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life after high school. The fact that in my senior year I was in a class with smart preppy kids didn't help either, considering all they talked about was what colleges they were getting accepted to. I felt alone. The pressure of being smart and getting good grades is insane. That's why 90% of the quote-unquote smart kids end up being robots with no personalities that don't follow their dreams, but instead whatever their parents want them to be.
Okay, that's bars, but also I was letting out some toxicity with that statement. Let's go back over it, because smart kids are cool. They can be cool too.
Getting good grades.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm getting a little bit emotional because like I was deadass struggling, bruh. Like I was deadass. I'm telling you, I was cleaning shoes for money, bro. Like, I was deadass. I had nothing, bro. I had the meme page, yes. But, you know, like, I would, like, what? 1 to 2K a month. And then it went down. It went down. And then I started cleaning shoes for money.
It's insane. That's why 90% of the quote-unquote smart kids.
So, yeah. I was put into a class with a lot of the smart kids. Like, A's and B's, honor students. And they didn't really like me, bro. I know I was a bully in high school. Yes, we already talked about that. But, like, I just didn't fit in because, like, remember, think about it. Snow, thank you. Welcome to Tough Gang. Think about it. There's a bunch of smart kids that all like each other, right? They're all, like, normies, for a lack of a better term. They're all talking about UCLA, da-da-da-da. They hang out in lunch. They hang out after school together. I was in the class with the smart kids, but I was a skater kid. I would go hang out with my skater friends. So whenever I was in class, I was like, I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me. So they didn't really include me. And they already didn't like me. I was a bully. That's my fault. Yes, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just explaining to you what happened. So that's why you hear some animosity here. Because I would always see them as drones, you know? Thank you, Snow.
End up being robots with no personalities that don't follow their dreams, but instead whatever their parents want them to be.
And to some degree that is true. Like there are a lot of people that just do whatever their parents tell them to do up until like even in college. Like if your parents is like, go be a lawyer. Okay, sir, I will be a lawyer. And then you just like gave up on your dreams of being a musician, being into drama, being a YouTuber, being a singer. Like, you know, like that is a big issue. And luckily my mom wasn't like that. She wanted me to just go to college and just get decent money.
And no shade if you're a smart kid. I'm just letting you know. Think for yourself and follow your own dreams. I noticed that my YouTube videos were getting pretty good traction, but it wasn't until halfway into senior year that I realized that I wanted to be an entertainer for the rest of my life.
Look at those plaques, y'all. Look at those. I didn't even have one plaque back then. Now we got 3 in the back. Hold up. Y'all, that's a W. Look at the back. Look at the background. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now we got fucking almost 2.5 mil on the main. 250K on the side. Alright. If there's any segment to glaze myself, it's this one. I've been saving to react to this video. Brightness? What do you mean brightness? Whatever. Alright.
To make people smile, laugh, and feel safe. In case you didn't get the message, I want to be a full-time YouTuber. And thanks to you guys, I think my dream is actually on its way. We have been growing like crazy recently, and as I'm recording this, we're at 13,800 subscribers.
Aww. Oh, bro. Oh my god. That's, dude, you guys could deadass do anything, bro. You can deadass do anything, bro. I was literally cleaning shoes for money. That's the one I don't even talk about that. I was reselling them on fucking Depop. Like, I was going to thrift stores, buying beat up shoes, cleaning them, and reselling them for money, bro.
We've literally gained like 3,000 subscribers in the matter of 2 weeks.
Now each channel gets 10K a month. Like, what are we, like, that's crazy. 10K subscribers, by the way.
I promise I'm putting 110% effort into this because I don't want to go back to college. You guys are literally witnessing the beginning of the channel, and I can't wait to look back at this when I can say, I made it. I look up to...
I made it! Made it! I'm only gonna keep going. Oh my god, bro. I haven't watched this deadass in years.
Creators such as Mr. Beast, Cody Ko, and David Dobrik.
Alright, y'all. We're switching that out for Moist Critical, Ludwig, and Joe Bart. Those are my top 3 right now.
I look up to others, but those are my main 3.
Dream? I put Dream up there? Y'all, this is... well, subscriber count, he was growing like crazy. Alright? It was for subscriber count purposes.
Oh my god, bro.
It was for subscriber count purposes.
Alright,
What?
I'm gonna have to pause right here because I don't know why the animator Cody, shout out Cody, put...
Oh! Wait. The animator did it. Look.
These people, like, Big Nick is cool, but I don't look up to him. Swagger Souls, I don't even watch his videos. And Dream, I don't care about Dream. Shout out Leafy, he was funny back in the day. Cody, I have no idea why you put these guys up here.
Yeah, okay. Either way, yeah. Dream was gaining like crazy, so I thought it made sense for his subscriber count growth. But yeah, the animator put this without my consent. I said I looked up to YouTubers. This fucker put Big Nick. Who is anyone watching Big Nick? Like, I know he went through that whole like Christ thing. Good for him, but I'm not watching him, bruh. Whatever.
I look forward to being a breath of fresh air for the platform and entertaining more and more people each day with my videos. Thank you to everyone watching this. My supporters, my subscribers that have been there since the beginning, all the new subs, just everyone watching this. I really appreciate you guys with all my heart. And of course, thank you to my future self because I know you achieved our dreams.
Oh my god, I'm a goat. Dude, oh my god, I'm such a goat. What the... Oh my god, that is so sweet, actually. That is so sweet. That's actually so sweet.
And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Wait.
By the way, my subscriber goal for the end of this year is 16,000, so if we could hit that, that would be amazing. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time I upload. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video.
Oh my god, this is rare. This is rare, because no one made it to the end of this video. No one, I guarantee you, no one in this chat has seen this video. I even forgot I had that shirt.
This video obviously means a lot to me. I said a lot of things that I've always wanted to say, and I just thought it would be so cool to have a video animated just like this for a 25,000 special. And I know my hair is different right now. That's because I actually did get a haircut. I got a haircut the day after I recorded that video because, bro, my hair was crazy in that video, but so many people commented like, yo, I love your hair. Can you do a tutorial on your hair? I love your red color. Like, dude, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna make a tutorial on my hair. I got a haircut, like, it's gonna grow back into that. I just had to like layer, like, we had to get rid of a lot of hair, so it's gonna grow back into that.
out. Got a little lazy mullet on right now. I am gonna be making
That
a
is
hair
not
tutorial.
a mullet, bruh.
I never thought I would make that. I'm gonna be making a hair tutorial on my second channel, Bertie, which recently hit 1,000.
Bertie is the Tuvington channel which you guys watch now. By the way, it's the same channel. I just changed the name.
Subscribers, so thank you guys so much. Also, that video
The haircut tutorial is on the Tuvington channel. Just look it up.
It was filmed 7 months ago, or the audio was, because we're at 13,000 when I recorded that, so now we're at like what, 28,000. It's so funny because the 25k special, we're already at almost at 30,000. In case you guys don't know, every 10,000 I dye my hair a different color, so I know you guys are used, like you new people that subscribe from that video that is blowing up right now on my channel, my last video. I don't want to say his name, but I know you guys think it's the red hair kid, but no, I dye my hair a different color every time. So if you're an OG sub, you guys know I dye my hair a different color. So the next color, it's gonna be a surprise, but all I'm gonna say, it's in this frame of video. So also, thank you to the animators, Joey Animations and Who Is Cody. Thank you guys so much. You guys brought my audio to life, and I appreciate that so much. Guys, make sure to subscribe to Cody Animations. That's my boy right there. He's like an actual friend, so make sure to subscribe to Cody Animations right now. Go do it. Go subscribe to Cody Animations. He's my boy. Go do it. Tell him Tuv sent you. And in case you guys are new, I know a lot of you are new. The type of videos I make, I literally make anything I want, but I usually talk about trending topics. I make little mini documentaries on stuff like that. I also upload whatever I want. Literally, I upload an animation right now. I upload whatever I want. Also, you guys can support the channel by joining the membership. We currently have 3 members. It's so dope. The current members we have right now are Jet Crude, Exploves, and Floppy Ferret. So thank you guys.
Jet Crude is still an active community member. Sometimes he's in the chat. The second person, never heard of them again. Floppy Ferret became a YouTuber, a successful shorts YouTuber. So that is crazy that he doesn't go by that name anymore.
You guys are 3 people that are in my membership right now, so I love you guys so much. But you guys can join. It's literally $1 or $2, and you guys support the channel. Or you could also buy merch. I have a little merch shop. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie, my designs are fire.
I would design them myself. I was grinding. I still have those that OG shirt, the second one, or the comfort tee, in my closet.
I made them on Photoshop. They're about Earl. Earl is the logo of the channel. And yeah, I don't want to keep talking too much, but I will see you guys next time I upload. I seriously love you guys so much. Peace.
Alright, fuck no, I don't love you guys so much. But I appreciate y'all, for sure. Wow, that was so wholesome. I actually do think it's dangerous. No. Real talk. It's dangerous telling your audience, I love you guys so much. I don't do that. I don't do it like that. No, I actually do think that's dangerous. But I was just starting up. I was, what, at 13K? No, 30K? No, right? Boundaries. I have boundaries now. There are a lot of parasocials. And I only average 100 to 200 viewers. And there be parasocials. I'm not your friend. And I will always say that. I'm not your friend. Don't take anything personal. Please. You don't know me. And I don't know you. That's it. I am just the guy on the internet. I'm an entertainer. That is it. Anyway, to not ruin the wholesome moment. Dude. Wow. Oh, man. I was struggling. Back then, guys. I was struggling so much back then. It's so like, I don't know what the word is, like damn right. Like, yeah. What is there a word for that, guys? Like that, like, yeah. I did that. What's up? Like, I did that. Tuv, that's actually your ego talking. A man can't celebrate his lifelong dream? What? Bruh. Like, I'm proud. Like, I'm a good proud of this, man. It's crazy. The pride that I feel is amazing. Wow. I've come so far, man. And yeah, I can say we've come so far because like I said, there are some people that are still around from that video. Ah, yes, empowering is another good one. Man, that's amazing. What's amazing? All right, guys. That's going to be the end of this stream. I know it's a bit on the shorter side. Actually, no, it's not. It's coming up to 3 hours. But that's going to be it for me. I have to go to the gym right now. Guys, go watch the 1 hour, 5 hour video on Tuvington. Leave it playing in the background. Leave it while you're watching, or working, or while you're playing video games. Are you into video games, viewer? You probably are. Look at this. The unused and cut video game content iceberg. Right there. Go check it out. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for me. Go watch also go watch the the EDP documentary is absolutely disgusting. I'm in it. If you want to know about my meme page past, I have a video. I've been spamming uploads here. But oh yeah, tomorrow guys, we interview the EDP actor that was in the movie. So tomorrow we interview him and get a lot, like, it's gonna be interview and then more reactions. All right. Oh, wrong button. All right, y'all. Everyone, put that red TGM emo in the chat. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST. Be there. Be there. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being in the chat. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, everyone.